Hey y'all, what's good? Damn, y'all fouled up in here quick, didn't you? What's good? Oh, well, it's only 7 people. Hey y'all, what's good? What's good, y'all? Finally made it to my brother house, y'all. Y'all know I'm up in here. I'm chilling. I was 41 of y'all up in here now. Guess what, y'all? We're gonna have a special guest joining us on the live today. And I know y'all just dying to know who the guest is. Um, Funny story. My really, really good friend and big brother and fellow Justice League member, L Teddy 27 official said, if you plan on going live, send me the link. And I said, oh, okay. So I sent him a link. He saw it. I'm more than sure he about to click on at any minute. So this is gonna be interesting. He says he's not team nobody, but he's more partial to Candace than what he tried to say that he was. I saw your review, L Teddy. I saw your review, Tedsy. So I would love to have you up here. Because I'm one of the trashy Monique people. Talk about something, hit you up in your comments. Come on up here. Let's discuss. Let's argue. We really ain't nothing to really argue about. To be honest, I I can respect where L Teddy's decision is when it comes to where he stand. I totally get it. I totally get it. And I'm not mad at him for having the stance that he has. Let's see, it's 75 people up, well, 80 people up in here now. Y'all come on up in here. Y'all come on up in here. I told y'all I was going to watch it. I did my review, y'all. I did my review last night. I started exporting it and editing it around 12 o'clock. I went to sleep. I woke up at like 7 o'clock this morning. It just now finished uploading to YouTube. See, I really wanted y'all to get it last night, but I appreciate it though. Like that hour or so that had been up there, it already got up to like 1,000 views. I don't know where it's at now. 84 people up here, child. Well, I guess this is 84 people up here. I'm gonna go ahead and start it, and whenever El Teddy decides to chime in, he is. Um, I was watching it just now. Well, you can either watch this and watch the replay, or you can watch that and then come on back in. Oh, spilling all the real tea in here? Spilling all the tea, I mean? What's good spilling all the tea? Child. Let's go on ahead and gag these bitches till they'll tell to get up here. So the episode starts off with Giselle saying that her and Jamal are just fine when they're where they're at. And she doesn't believe anything that is coming out of Monique's thirst book. Um, yeah, much like I said in my review, all y'all got to do is count the lines on her saggily, wrinkly ass neck. All of those are lie lines. That's what those are. Those are lie lines. So if you ever want to know how old Giselle is or how many lies Giselle done told, just look down to that neck. Because every time she was about to lie, a huge frog lump got in her neck. And it was just, it was like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is her way of, trying to go down gracefully, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm baffled by Giselle. I really am, because normally she's quick with it. But see, Monique came with that girl real tea, and she don't know what to do with herself. I feel bad for her, but at the same time, she's getting what she deserved. You love my hat? Listen, I'm not an Eagles fan. I am a Steelers fan. I bought this hat because this is the most warmest hat. Because y'all know I'm balding. And it's a chill up in here. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you too for the super chat, Shauna. I appreciate you. I got myself a new subscriber. Well, welcome, Shauna, and thank you so much for your super chat. It's greatly appreciated. Ciao. Jamal let Giselle go down by herself like that. Lord Jesus. Jamal should have came. Much like I said in my other live, I don't want to hear shit from nobody that won't dare down to the reunion. Like I don't want to hear from Michael. If Michael not gonna be there, Michael don't need to say shit. Nah, I don't follow. I don't follow Gigi. I don't even remember Gigi, y'all. Like once I saw her, I said, "Well, that's why I don't remember her." She looked frowsy. Like her hair looked dull and listless. Like, or at least let me leave Gigi alone. Yeah, Michael don't care no more. Michael don't care no more. So listen, how did y'all feel about great about Monique and her binder? Um You know what that moment reminded me of? That moment reminded me of Basketball Wives when they was eating last season and CC and Jackie got gathered, cleared the table the way that they did. That's what that reminded me of, and how they walked off trying to act like they did something, but they know that they didn't. Like that's like I agree 1010%. Her binder was much so needed, desired, and required. While they were sitting around talking about something, how much time she had on her hands. I mean, I don't know what they expected Monique to do, y'all. I don't know what they expected Monique to do. I'm buffering. Am I buffering, y'all? Scotty says I'm buffering. Am I buffering? I could go to another part of the house if I am. I were. Am I still buffering? You says I were. Yes, I am. I am buffering. Not now, you're not. It's okay now. Oh, okay. Um, I'm good now. All right. Yeah, to me, I thought what they did was real childish. It was real juvenile, and they won't nothing but them trying to find humor in their defeat, which is why I said laugh at your pain. Because in my opinion, that's what they. Well, look who it is, y'all. Y'all will never guess who it is, y'all.
Well, hello, sir. Hello. How art thou?
Child. Look who done found their way from about the bushes. I wonder why.
I actually just clicked the button. I didn't even know what part you were on. I was listening to Really B and her review before I clicked the button.
Were you good? I actually just started, and I was talking about how they was still ragging on Giselle and her fake forced ass relationship, and I was talking about
Hey
how
everyone.
Giselle was trying to explain to everybody how fast she was, but I all know that was a whole damn lie. So, what was your thoughts on that?
Um, Giselle is trash. Like I
Period.
don't. I mean, there is no saving quality at this point about Giselle. Y'all can call her as fine as get out. And if you really want to go into the colorism situation, a lot of that has to deal with colorism because she light skinned and got light eyes. Let's just be clear. Okay. Because everything else, um, about her attitude, her whole energy, the
Mm,
way she dresses,
mm,
and everything. And I talked about this on my review. Giselle and Karen are the same person. They are both trash. But the only difference and the only reason people see it for Karen is because Karen knows how to dress. And Karen has better fashion sense. And the fickle, closed-minded people who really go up for shows like this, they care and they put more estimation in someone being able to have fashion sense and being able to have a good beat than they do on whether or not somebody is truly and honestly a good person. Because think about it. Think about this, Terrence. Both Giselle and Karen
mm,
never own up to anything. Somebody call them out on their bullshit. Somebody show them receipts. What they do, they dance around. Oh, I don't know what you talking about. Oh, I don't know what you. But deer in the headlights. Oh no, that is. Oh, what are you talking about? Both of them do the same thing. They both try to throw jabs and reads into everybody else's situation,
mm,
and they both have all of their one-liners and they little confessionals. And then when they get in front of people, well, they want to talk about everybody else's situation. But
mm,
anytime their situation come, they don't want to address that.
mm,
Anytime they situation, they don't want to talk about that. They dance around the truth. They never admit, even when you show them receipts. And they try to change the subject real fast. And how do they change the subject? They start picking at somebody else in their other situation. And both of them have built their notoriety on this show off the backs of someone else's situations that they've been able to highlight. And so I called them on my review. Both of them are clout chasers. That's what the fuck they both are. Both of them ain't shit. But the reason people see it for Karen is because she dresses a lot better than Giselle. Because it ain't the age, because both of them are older than God, but that's a whole different story.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
I'm sorry. I went on a whole tirade. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
In my opinion, I don't really view Karen that way. This is what I am going to say. When the show first started, I did not like Karen because Karen used to always come around these girls talking about etiquette this and etiquette that. And we all saw how Karen looked first season. Karen looked a damn mess. And I was not here for her trying to act so grand and so this and so that. I don't know when it was Karen started growing on me. I guess it was when that tax problem humbled her ass. I think that's when it was. Karen has changed. I will say that. Because first season, how you felt about Karen, that's how I felt about her then. I'm not going to lie, I did. So I'm not going to sit here and say that how you feel about Karen is invalid because it is. I felt the same way when I first saw Karen. But now that Karen grew on me and I kind of understand Karen a little bit,
I don't understand her at all.
I
She's
rock with her
trash.
more than I rock with Giselle. I do agree. I do
I
feel
can't
like
rock
her
with
and
either
Giselle are
Karen
one and
or
the same.
Giselle. I don't like either Karen. No, you know I don't like either one of them whores. Either one of them. Child, that's why her husband ain't banged out in 2.5 years. Just
Child,
like
oh, we gonna
them.
get on that in a minute. Don't you worry
Damn.
about that. We gonna get on that in a minute. So Robin and Giselle making fun of Monique's thirst book. Myself personally, I at first I wasn't here for the prop, but then once she pulled out what I've been had ever since last winter, you know what I'm saying? I know it's not a lie. You know what I mean? And it's just like we only got what she has for Giselle. I'm waiting to see what she got on Robin, Wendy, Posted, and herself for that matter. I really
Now,
want to know what
see,
she got to say for herself.
now let me say this. If I was Wendy, you want to talk about all these degrees to Wendy? Girl, you were supposed to have a read ready for Monique and that as Erica De Niro calls it, the trapper keeper. Okay.
Y'all like this
Now,
video? Well,
huh?
I was telling them to like this live. Go ahead.
Oh, but no, what happens is this.
Mm,
If it were me, I would have said to her, "Hey, boo, as a professor, as someone who educates, I'm going to give your binder that you're turning in Um, I'm gonna say that you get a 0 for it because this is all plagiarism. Can you tell me who wrote this for you and who you stole this from? Because baby, you ain't had that many footnotes, annotations, works cited sheets, and so forth, dividers and everything when you went to school. Okay. Now we know you wasn't on the show most of the season, and you had a whole lot of time to have whatever, whoever you had put this together for you. But girl, she was ready. Now she was ready. She had to rehearse. She had the girls practicing with her. She was practicing in the mirror, honey. She was making it. She was making it happen, honey. She was making it happen. But I was, like I said, my thing is. Well, let me ask you this, Terrence. I said this to really be. I told them after part one and everything that happened in part one, I don't know if they can make any of the other parts as big as part one, because once Monique came and surgically, undressed
Mm,
Giselle, none of the moments, even with the fight, because we done seen the fight 889 times. It
mm.
wasn't, and with Jamal and everything, nothing was gonna live up to it because I'm just like, what are we talking about here? I mean, when we got to the fight, we done did this a lot. So I feel like Monique had the best moment of the reunion when she
Yeah,
came out there and undressed
yeah,
Giselle
yeah,
for everything. She also looked the best out of everybody at the reunion. Let's be clear.
absolutely.
She undressed Giselle, and it was so funny. It was diamond like precision.
Agreed. 1010%. So now let's get down to Ashley's segment, which was a huge key for me. Ashley's section was a huge key for me, y'all. Listen, I was already high as hell watching that shit. And then once I was sitting there looking, my whole thing to Ashley is this: less is more. Just stop answering when it comes to why you're in this relationship, which we already know why you're in it. And I would respect Ashley more if she would just say that. It'll make her a lot more interesting, in my opinion. You in an arrangement. As long as he's taking care of you, he can do what he wants. And that's why you wasn't shocked. That's why you wasn't mad. That's why you wasn't as phased. But it's like now that you've done secured your bag with baby Dean, plus this new kid that you having. Uh-huh. If he goes out and cheats right now and you decide, all right, I don't want to be with him no more, you basically taking half of every damn thing that man got. I mean, personally, I'm not mad at Ashley. Get
Listen,
it, get it how you live.
Satana, as you know, I like to call her Satana. You know what I'm saying? I have no sympathy for Satan. Listen, now, do I have permission to go down this road with Satana because this is your channel? I want to disrespect your channel,
Yeah,
Terry.
yeah. And another
Hold on.
thing that I don't like is how they're trying to people. Some people are trying to stop Michael from feeling the heat about what he did to that
You
producer.
know that's where
Now,
I'm
I
going.
make a lot of jokes about it, but at the end of the day, it's not a funny manner. That
It's
man
really
really
not.
felt
It's
like he
really
was
not.
violated. And I
Michael
feel
Darden
like
is
if
a
he was a black man or if he was a woman, it would have been taken way more seriously. Michael found the way to white woman that shit, and it's
listen.
making me upset.
I'm gonna continue every time I mention this man's name. I call him what he is, a racist sexual deviant.
Oh,
That's what the fuck he is. He's a racist sexual deviant. Because when she tried to say, "Oh, him and the guy are okay and they're friends," baby, Andy gathered her right on up. Well, we talked to him and he said, "No, they're not friends," and it made him uncomfortable. But what are you talking about?
right.
And first of all, how did you think that that was going to go over for you to tell us that this man calls your husband Zaddy and you just okay with that? Because the reason your booty hole ain't healed in months is because your racist, sexual, deviant husband was reenacting all of his homosexual escapades on you night after night. That's why your booty hole ain't healed in months because you got way too much money to be telling me you going months with a ripped open booty hole. That's because your racist, sexual, deviant husband, reenacting all of his homosexual escapades.
Absolutely.
And let's be
Absolutely.
clear, Satana, let's just be clear. Y'all want to know what Satana is? She's the quintessential house Negro who has everything in her power to protect Massa at all costs. Because Massa allows her to stay in the big house. Because Massa dresses her in the nice clothes. Because when she's serving and plating Massa's nice food on his plates, she can eat a little bit of the nice foods. Because she doesn't have to be out in the fields and feeling the whip of the overseers. So she's going to do everything she can to protect Massa at all costs. Otherwise, when he loses, she loses. And that's why her family ain't. Because remember a couple episodes where her mama and her uncle were real light on Michael Darby when he was in their face? All of them are a part of it too. All of them are a part of it too. So she gonna go along to get along. She even admitted, "Oh, I've had my own indiscretion." I bet you have. Because the only reason that you're allowing him to come up in you is, because he's a cash cow. Let me shut up. I can't stand Ashley, and I will not get up off her. She's a horrible person. Her, and as I like to call him, that omen baby that she has over there, little Damien, the omen.
Y'all, before we continue this live, I've been seeing in the chats. Y'all, I want y'all to be respectful to anybody that I bring up here, okay? All right? I made people moderators for a reason. They go take y'all asses the hell up out of here. Now, they ain't going to, don't block them. Let them come back after a while, but if they get disrespectful down to the chat, get them out of here. I'm not playing that. Don't disrespect none of my guests that I have up here.
But how else am I supposed to look at Ashley? Because Ashley though had a whole lot of antics since she been on this show. A whole lot of antics. And then if he does it again, are you gonna leave? And she didn't even get no post now. You got to be the dumbest bitch on the show. Because guess what's about to happen? If she does try to divorce him, you think she really gonna get away with half of what he owns?
Listen,
come on now.
I've always said on my channel, I've always told Ashley I need her to be careful because I watch a lot of ID and Oxygen and HLN and shit like that. And in most cases, it's always the husband killing the wife so she don't take him to the cleaners, everything that she got.
The thing about
I ain't saying Michael gonna do that. I ain't saying Michael gonna do that. But all I'm saying is, like, Michael looked like he cared about his pennies just a little bit.
And that's why I think Michael Darby is going to lawyer up and she's going to get pennies on the dollar. He's going to lawyer up. And if Michael will put on his white woman tears and hold his white privilege and take the kids from her and have custody of the children and leave her with nothing. And I won't feel bad for her. Her mama could send her back knocking on doors again in the greater Atlanta area. Again, dear God, Lord
have mercy, Jesus. Let me tell you something. When Karen read Gizelle with that zinger, when she says, "Oh, I want her to have a happy family. I just want the family to be real gag," I hollered. Like, Gizelle is in it, and this is what pisses me off when Robin and Candace and Wendy chime in. It's like, let this bitch get her just due. Why are y'all trying to ride for this horse so much? Let her get what she deserves. Because listen, she's not gonna take up for them. I keep trying to tell them Gizelle ain't friends with nobody that ain't bumping her coochie. That's how I feel about her at this point. And I honestly feel like the only reason why she sees it for Wendy is because that's her soror. I feel like if it was for no other reason than that, she would have been treating Wendy the same way she treated all of the rest of the new girls.
Now, that I will agree with. I will agree with that wholeheartedly. Gizelle, just come out of the closet. You too old to still be in the closet caring about what people say about you. You and Robin, just go ahead and come out of the closet. Okay? Old for this. You're in your 50s. Your kids about to go off to college. And I know maybe you waiting for your kids to go off to college or whatever and waiting for Robin's kids to go off to college. But you're gonna be too old at that point, Giselle, for Robin to be interested in you. Girl, you're gonna have great people care. Girl, just come out, find you a little butch, and y'all go ahead and scissor me timbers to y'all hearts. Be happy. Live in your truth, girl. Live your truth. Giselle. Girl, because if you
Especially Rob.
that's why Jamal ain't with you, because we all know the truth. Jamal ain't, baby, you got try. We do
That's
that.
what I said in my review. I don't know why people don't. If people get so upset, listen, y'all. I don't understand why a lot of y'all get so upset in the comments over the things that we say about these people. For one thing, we get paid to talk shit about these people. Okay, I know me and Teddy do. You understand? We don't take this shit too seriously. So when y'all get up under the comments trying to take up for Robin and Giselle and Wendy, I mean Candace. I ain't even gonna get on Candace just yet because I'm gonna wear Candace out. But
I know you gonna wear Candace out. I want her out on my review too, believe it or not. Because I know you think I'm Team Candace, and I'm not Team Candace. I did give her a good 5 good minutes.
I saw it. I was living. I was living.
I had to give her up, girl. Candace, girl.
Lord, Jesus. The most interesting part to me, though, was when Andy showed the video clip of Michael grabbing that man Bussy. And for Ashley to sit there and come up with that bullshit up out of her mouth, it really bothered me. It's like, really, Ashley? I said, listen, anything dealing with that, I wouldn't even have an answer for it. Listen, if my husband not here, don't ask me no answer question like that, because it didn't make him look good and it didn't make her look good still trying to hold on to that damn lie.
The thing about it is, this man has embarrassed you at every turn. I mean, there's never been a situation where this man elevates you, makes you look good. Every opportunity he gets when he is on this show, it is embarrassing to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even understand. And for you to have all of this smoke for everybody else, your own husband got way more smoke for you than you got for everybody else. And so that's why you be trying to make everybody else feel miserable, because you miserable your whole life. Ashley is a whole mess. She's a mess. You know I can't stand her. I'm never, you know how you be on Candace neck? You know how you can't stand Candace? That's how I be about Ashley. That whole Ashley ain't gonna, I ain't gonna never get off that heifer. That whore right there. I do not like that whore.
I mean, Ashley really just pissed me off. For me, Ashley, just shut up. Don't say nothing. Shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing at all. Keep your mouth shut
up.
Like, Lord.
Okay, what's up? Shut up.
Shut up, girl. Like, Lord. Well, we going to get down to Andy because Andy rubbed me wrong way too. I got to be honest. Now, it's rare that I really get upset with Andy, but Andy really pisses me off.
I see all y'all Team Monique people got all the smoke for Andy this week. Y'all was not here for Andy this week.
I won't hear for it. I won't hear for it.
Woo! Team Monique was not here for Andy this week. They were like, get him off, get him off, get him off. I was like, ooh, y'all got a lot of smoke for Andy. I'll be paying Andy nobody.
Child. So Karen and her relationship with Uncle Ben's. I mean Ray. Karen, I'm still never gonna forgive you. I'm never gonna forgive you for having us seeing you in that bathtub trying to be sexy for old ass Ray. I wouldn't, Karen. I'm never allowing you to lay that down. You always gonna be on my shit list for that, because those visuals I can never get.
Like, I lost about 5 years on my vision. About 5 good years on my vision. And Bravo TV owes me 5 years on my vision for that episode. That was a mess.
Like, like Karen, listen, like I said in my review, what is he skeeting out? Sawdust? Like, what is he really giving you? Like, Karen, I know
I
it's
mean,
like
it's to go along with them cobwebs she got over there. Sawdust and cobwebs go together. So I mean, what are we talking about? Because them tumbleweeds tumbling up and down her cooch.
listen, they already saying that Monique messed around with her trainer. Maybe Karen, you need to do the same damn thing that Monique doing. I mean, I'm just saying.
Because her trainer was cute. They showed her trainer.
Yeah, he was. You know what? All right, we can we can all agree that Karen and Ray. We're glad they still together. I'm here for Black love. I love Karen and Ray. I love Karen and Ray. I'm not paying El Teddy no mind. I love Karen and Ray. I've been seeing Ray on my rice boxes for years. On my rice boxes for years. I love me some Ray. I really do. I love me some Karen
Mm.
and Brian Dom. I live for her.
They could stay together so none of us have to deal with them. Y'all stay together. Y'all deserve each other. Because then that means y'all are off the market. Thank you, Lord. I'm here for it. Black love. I am here for all parts of black love because they ain't got to deal with it.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay, so there we can get down to the nitty gritty when we got to Monique part. Monique's part was very, very interesting to me. It was very interesting to me. I'm gonna say this though. I don't. I. I.
Hey, D.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot. Come on, girl. Lord have mercy, Jesus, y'all. My niece wants to come up here and say, go ahead and say hey to the people.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, niece.
Oh, you want to laugh with somebody else?
Yes. That's my friend El Teddy.
What you talking about?
Real Housewives of Potomac. Do you got something to add?
I don't watch that.
Get your ass on. That's my baby niece, y'all. That's the baby.
You down in Virginia?
Yeah. With my brother for the week for Christmas. So back to this. So Monique, I'm gonna say this. And Monique, I do love you, but I do kind of feel like you might have been dipping your foot down to the trainer pond. Now you may have dipped a toe. You might not have submerged your whole foot down in it. You may have dipped a toe or a toenail. Now, I mean, you probably saw it. Y'all probably sent pictures back and forth, maybe videos. I mean, maybe y'all have phone sex. Maybe it was something like that. I'm sorry. I love you, Monique, but I got to be real. Like, I do kind of feel like it was some truth to that. But I also feel like Gigi was on some snake shit by coming to Chris with that information and not you. Because my whole thing is, if me and you are friends and I think that you're moving wrong, I personally feel like I would go to my friend quicker than I would go to her husband and let her husband know anything.
Now, I'm going to ask you this, Terrence. I feel like on this part, Monique made a calculated misstep. Because after she blew everything out of the water with the Gizelle situation, I don't think she should have ever even talked about the trainer situation. Because if we're being honest, this video that Gigi did, as we can see, is way after the reunion. So, you know, that the video that Gigi just did would have had no factor in this. And like Andy said, even though Gizelle mentioned it in her confessional, and Gizelle trifling ass tried real hard to make that a storyline, that was not the big story of the season. It really was waxed over. And the reason I think Monique made a calculated misstep was because she could have really brushed over that trainer situation, never brought it up, and it wouldn't have been, you know, the legs would not have been there because there were so many other things with Gizelle and Jamal, with the fight situation and everything else. So I think that had she just really not addressed that and talked about it, that could have been swept under the rug. She wouldn't have had to give all of her 39 lies that she gave about this trainer situation, because we know he dipped his spoon in her sugar bowl and and kept it moving. So that's why I say she need to talk about that. She could have just, you know, let that sweep under the rug and kept it moving. And and went on to when she drugged Candace in that good
Right.
barn.
Listen, y'all, I'm not being a flip flopper. I'm not being a flip flopper at all. I look at this thing from all angles. And I'm sorry, I do feel like, especially coupled with the fact that when they came on the season, they was talking about what maritable issues that was going on that they had. So, I mean, for me, I'm sorry. I do feel like if you feel as though you're not getting affection or whatever the case may be, you're going to get it from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and even Gigi said that Chris told her that he felt like it was something going on. Like, I believe Gigi's story to a certain extent. For me, I don't feel like she's like, I do think they may have been flirting with each other, and maybe that's as far as it went. But at the end of the day, Gigi was foul as hell for going behind that woman and telling her husband anything. I'm just not here for Gigi with that. But then they showed the video of Monique crying about that flying ass flea bag. I do not like birds. I cannot stand birds. And people were saying that Monique was doing that for attention. Me personally, I don't believe that. I don't feel like her getting up there crying about that bird served her no damn purpose. I don't know where y'all getting that from, but I've been getting that a lot.
Don't nobody care about that damn bird. Don't nobody. And I'm sure Big Chris was so glad when that bird was going. He was putting up the flyers. She was over there putting up flyers, and he was putting one. She done put up 20 flyers. Big Chris done put up one. Baby, I'm over here putting up the flyers. You know he ain't give one good goddamn about that damn bird. Damn bird. I mean, I ain't gonna go there. I mean, how many black people you know got birds like that?
Exactly.
I ain't gonna go down that road. We ain't going down that road. But I'm just being
So, Lord, and you're the perfect person to ask about this, and I know you just dying to get it. What are your thoughts on Karen and her side of the whole Gigi and Candace and plot situation? Because Candace, I mean, they gave Karen the platform for Karen to tell her side. So what did you feel about that?
About which one?
About Karen telling her side of the whole plot situation.
About the plot to get Monique off the show with the trainer situation and what Karen had to say.
Yeah.
Listen, Karen can tell me that today is Monday and I'm checking the calendar because she's a known liar. And then Karen is getting all of this information third party. Now, I believe that all of this happened. I believe all of it happened. And Candace admitted it on her live. It all happened.
Yeah.
I think that Karen also was being messy in this situation as well. Like she probably did, because what Karen probably how the bone should have been carried was, listen, Monique, Candace just called me with some stuff. You need to call her and y'all need to have a conversation. I'm here in the third party. It's not my business and not my situation, but I'm telling you now, girl, you need to call her and have a conversation. And if she presses me on it, you know what I'm gonna say? Give me a moment. Let me call Candace and let her know what I just said to you. And maybe we could do a three-way. Maybe we could sit down somewhere, because I don't know, and none of us are privy to the energy or the words with which Karen used to carry that bone. Because you know, and I talked about this on my Chase in Atlanta, Oliver will carry a bone and he will make it seem like it's here, and the way the person said it is here.
Right.
And so that's why I'm saying, now we know all of this happened. I believe it's true, and we know Giselle is a liar and all of that. Because Robin ain't deny it. Robin said right there, like, Giselle was the only one saying that it didn't happen. Candace never said it didn't happen. Giselle is the only liar because her and Karen are the same. They lie. But I just feel like that it was a better way to give that message to Monique where it didn't have. Because let's be clear, the energy that Monique has to Candace about that situation, this didn't stem from Candace. Candace was in that. Was there when they was having a conversation, but this smoke should have been for Giselle and Robin, not for Candace. And I think that what Candace might have been doing was listen, this is what these girls are talking about. When she gave it to Karen, what should I do about this? Because we saw Candace did that when she got the information about Ashley. She went to Giselle. I got this information. How do I handle this? What do I, which way do I go with this? Because she probably, said, let me talk to somebody older, more decrepit, got years in the, in the game, and they can, school me on how to do that.
Right.
And I think that there was a bet. Karen, you too old to still be messing up. Like Karen be running around here like she's 25 and 30 years old with some of her antics. Girl, you too old on screen talking about, oh, I'm still growing and mature. Growing where? Growing cobwebs? Because your parents died. Now you growing. Now you got a chance to grow. Girl, growing what? Girl, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Terrence. Go ahead.
No, listen. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Because I said this in a couple of my reviews. Karen backpedaled the coochie pop in the handstand a lot during this season, especially towards the tail end. I have been the first person to say that she has. Karen has lied a lot. Karen has walked and backpedaled over situations. She really did. I'm not going. She did. You know what?
I mean, I don't even know how to take. You know what I'm saying? And if we're being honest, I don't even think Karen should even be in this conversation because none of it involves her. I think she likes that it involves her. She loves being in the middle of this stuff, but this ain't got nothing to do with. This really should be dealing with Robin, Giselle, and Monique. And you know what Robin doing? She's sitting over there in the cut, not saying nothing, waiting for the opportunity to go backstage to the dressing room with Giselle and top her off.
Right.
A little
Right.
give her some
Right.
good
Right.
the break or something like that.
Right. Because I tell Robin all the time, I said, the reason why your ass is catching heat right along with Giselle is because you her carpet munching flunky. That's why. You don't have a mind of your own. Everybody knows whichever way Giselle goes, whichever way Giselle blows, Robin ass is sure to follow. Period. And and I'm sorry, she got to catch it. The same way Jamal had to catch it. Jamal catching it. Oh, well. That's y'all girl. That's y'all girl. Y'all got whatever y'all got going on with that bitch. Like, I don't like Robin gets Lord. How you feel about Ashley and Karen? That's really how I feel about Robin, to be real with you. Robin really crawls under my skin. She does.
And I don't even think I feel, and I can't stand Karen, but I don't dislike her as much as that damn Ashley. You know that Ashley, I can drag her. Who should get on my nerves? But I'm gonna say like this. The thing about it is, whether or not we like it, somebody, or don't see it for somebody, we are still subject to the editing room table. And a lot of stuff, and even when people put stuff out there in social media, most of the people, when they do it, just like the editors, they have an agenda. They either like somebody or they don't see it for somebody. And so when they even put stuff out there on social media, we can't be certain that that is truthful, or that we're seeing it in a neutral light or perspective. We're still subject to however somebody presents it to us.
Now listen, for once and for all, when it comes to this fight, listen, okay? Because a lot of people have been getting on my ass throughout this entire thing about how I'm not sensitive to Candace's emotional feelings and Candace's emotional baggage and what Candace is going through and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I tried to be sensitive for Candace, but when Candace started pulling out sticky notes and therapy and crying at the drop of a hat and all of the rest of this shit, like, it just got to be way too much for me, y'all. I tried to be sympathetic to the girl. I got about this much sympathy. I don't have no more for Candace. I don't. Especially considering the fact you went through all of this. You went through the courts. and you got sticky notes and you carrying around nunchucks and shit like that, scared of what Monique gonna do to you. But every chance you got to throw your jabs and your dig at that girl, you did. It'd seem to me if you was as traumatized as you said you was, when she talked, you wouldn't have had nothing to say. And I agree with you, Teddy, when I saw your review, when you said if you was really as traumatized as you say, you would have been like, I'm not being on the stage with her. I'm not doing that. No. Like,
and that's what I mean. If you gonna sell us this whole I'm traumatized thing, and let me preface by saying I cannot speak to whether or not, I'm not gonna say that woman doesn't have some kind of trauma. I'm not gonna speak to whether or not how she feels and how her feelings are. That's between her and her therapist. But girl, if you gonna sell me this, dream about you being traumatized, people, I don't even want to be in the same airspace. I would have told Bravo, hey boo, I would have took the whole white woman thing. I can't even be in the same room with her. Oh my God. Can y'all put me in another room and have me, closed captioned, or have a television screen? Because I can't. I'm so triggered. Oh my God, I'm so triggered. I would have been triggered. Since that's our word of the day, since Monique told us how she was triggered.
Right.
We can talk. If I was Candace, I would have been triggered too. But you weren't triggered, boo. What you did, Candace, was every time Monique had something to say, girl, you going back and forth. Traumatized people would have been too traumatized to even be in the same room, much less go back and forth.
Exactly.
She finna go over there and drag you again.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If anything, if you wanted to respond to Monique and you said they forced you to be in the room with her, every time Monique raised her voice, I would have been like, oh God, don't hit me. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I would have, I would have been real dramatic about it.
Yeah.
Candace, you had a whole lot of smoke for Monique the entirety, all of hours and hours before we got to this part. Girl, you was over here windmilling.
Right.
Windmilling. And now all of a sudden, you verklempt, broke down. I can't, but girl.
Right.
Girl. Either you bipolar or suffer from multiple personalities, honey, or something is going on, Candace, because I'm not here for it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
And listen, y'all, and I'm going to say this, all right? I never once said Monique was in the right for what she did. Monique was wrong. Monique was dead ass wrong. At the end of the day, no matter how you grew up, at the end of the day, you are an adult. And unless somebody put their hands on you first, you don't be the first to put your hands on somebody. I agree with that 1010%. Monique was dead ass wrong. I never once got up here and said that Monique was not wrong. Monique was wrong as hell. She was. However, as wrong as Monique was, I can honestly sit here and say Candace did nothing but aid her own dragon. She did. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. That's how I see it. I feel bad that, it had to be Monique that done it, but I'm sorry. A part of me does feel like Candace got what she deserved. You was asking for it, and she gave it to you.
And let me say this. Let me say this, Tam. If I'm gonna go with it, and you know what, if I'm gonna go with the whole conversation about, she provoked me, she asked for it, this, that, and the third, and I gave her what she was looking for, I beat her down. Okay, that happened. My problem with Monique and those people still over here trying to support her at her level brand of fuckery is the aftermath. When she was removed from that room and they finally got them apart, and her antics back there with the producer still trying to get in there, still talking, and I don't care what you tell me Candace was saying, you done already beat her down, honey. Girl, you done beat this woman down, honey. Okay. She's saying that you acted like a hood rat and gonna get fired. It's probably true, because when you fight at your job, if I go to my job and fight one of my coworkers right now, I'm going to be fired. That's just how that's going to work. I'm going to be called a hood rat because that's kind of how I'm acting at that point. So that notwithstanding, when she was saying, well, if I'm fired, her words, this is what she said. Let me go in there and finish the job. My estimation is, what does that mean? And my thing about it is that's where you cross the line. Now you have crossed the line to being a sociopath and being dangerous. That is when it gets dangerous. The fight that happens, I think, like you said, she dragged me, she was in my face, she was promoting me, I drug her, I beat girl, you done beat her down. The fight is over, you done beat her down and drug her, and maybe she needed to get drugged. And that's fine. But that whole aftermath, now when at some point cooler head should prevail, and then you a week later say I'm still just as mad or I'm still angry, girl, you got to at some point say that's a special type of anger, rage, and wrath that you have in you that you need to sit on someone's couch and talk about, because that's going well beyond. That's when you become dangerous. And what my fear is, and what Chris's fear should be, what's going to happen when she's not on screen? Because this behavior is going to happen again. What's going to happen when there's no security around and y'all got another lawsuit, or somebody done lost a limb, or somebody done lost a life because she's finishing the job? I don't know. I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah, but see, me, I don't think so. I feel, no, I understand how you feel, and I do get what you're saying. And you're absolutely right in what you're saying. But for me, I don't really feel like that's really the thing with Monique. Like, I don't feel like Monique is running around down here getting into it with people willy-nilly. I don't believe that. I believe that this is a situation that certain parties had a hand in and helped aided the situation on to the point where it overflowed. It did. It got to a point of no return once somebody had hands laid on them. But I don't feel like Monique is walking around out here bullying people, Kimbo slicing bitches all willy-nilly. Like, I don't believe that of Monique. I don't. And I also don't believe because you get into a fight with somebody that necessarily makes you a hood rat. I don't agree with that either. Like, don't
in that case right there, that's just like saying I don't agree if somebody stole my car that they're a thief. No, bitch, you're a thief. You stole my car. If you over here fighting and carrying on, you can't tell me, oh, well, I only fought one time, so that doesn't make me a fighter or a hood rat. Yes, it does, because you're a fighter. Just like if you steal something from me, you can't say, well, I ain't never stole before, so just me stealing this one thing from you doesn't make me a thief.
It makes you a fighter, but it doesn't make you a hood rat.
That's hood rat tendencies to me. That is. I mean, we know by every stretch of the imagination. If we saw somebody doing that, we'll be like, who the fuck? If you went to work right now, Terrence, and one of your coworkers started windmilling another coworker, you'll be like, what is this hood ass shit that I'm walking into at my job? And you know you would.
Hood ass shit and hood rat are two totally
different things.
It is not. Don't get me wrong. If I'm out and about and I see somebody break out to a fight out of nowhere, I'm not gonna lie. I do be like, this is some hood project.
Wait a minute, Terry.
Like, I have said that.
If you go to the restaurant, a fine restaurant, and a table across the way start fighting, you gonna be like, why do you let these hood rats in this restaurant? Where are these people? You gonna say that? You gonna say that? What are you talking
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I have said it a couple times.
Exactly.
I've said it.
Now I'm gonna give you this, Terrence. That's your girl, Bodie. So you are less inclined to call her a hood rat because that's your girl. But if you remove that being your girl from the situation, you're gonna be like, what is this hood ass shit? And who is this hood rat? I'm just saying.
Jesus. I mean, I hear you. I'll let you have it. But to me, this is what, but see, even with that, and I'm going to be real. When you in the moment, I've been there. So I know where Monique is. It's like, okay, I've already fought you because of your mouth. You still talking shit. I've been there. I've been at points where I tried to walk away. I did what I had to do. I walked away. They still talking shit. I'm still mad. So, of course, I'm going to go back and engage. Like, I'm sorry. I get it. Like, I do. And I'm not saying she's right, but I get it.
But no, to me, both Candace calling Monique hood rat with like when they tried at the beginning of this reunion to have the argument of Giselle trying to critique, of Robin trying to critique Giselle's fashions. Both of them have horrible fashions. And Candace calling Monique hood rat. Both of them have hood rat tendencies. And when I see them in the street, what are these hood ass people? So I think that they're both wrong in this situation. I think that they're both wrong in
Yeah.
this whole situation.
Yeah.
My only beef or my only issue with Monique is my whole thing is not necessarily the fight itself, the initial fight itself, because fights happen. People make mistakes. That is how these things go. My whole issue with Monique, when I look at the totality of this situation, is the aftermath. How she, carried herself in the aftermath, and to Candace, because Candace, you never took your foot off the gas either.
Right.
You never took your foot off the gas. And see, I think that both of them had missteps. If you wanted to sell us this whole I'm distraught and traumatized thing, Candace, you were supposed to sell it from beginning to end. You got to take that good acting class and buy it like roll, honey.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have been on social media. I cannot talk about it. Please do not have my name in this situation. And even if you don't, because you're traumatized, because you have things in court. And what's the first thing people with an open case said? I cannot speak on that because
they can't speak on it.
An active case on this situation. So they both had calculated missteps. And I think what Candace's problem was, she had to been drugged, and she needed some way to make up for the fact that she had to been drugged and dish ragged. And so her only way by which to try to combat that was to do it verbally, because she ain't got, let's be clear, that woman can't fight her way out of a wet paper bag.
Right.
So that was her only mechanism by which to try to combat or come back at Monique verbally. But that was a calculated misstep if you're telling us you that traumatized.
People been telling me that they wanted Sharice and Gigi to come on the reunion. I don't want to see Sharice or her tight ass Dejanay Bang. I don't want to see Sharice. I don't want to see Sharice. I don't feel like Sharice really. Don't get me wrong, because the story that was going around was Sharice never started the rumor. All right. Sharice didn't start the rumor. Gigi did. Sharice's only thing in it, from what I've been hearing, was she was helping spread the rumor. And so that's why Monique was basically saying, well, that's why I didn't want to be around her. And listen, don't get me wrong. I get it. Because I think it was you who mentioned it when you was like, people always want to try to police who they can or can't be friends with. Listen, I'm not trying to say that Candace could not be friends with Sharice. What I'm saying is the timing of it for me is fishy. Because it seemed like when me and you were cool, you didn't want to be cool with Sharice. But then the minute me and Sharice fall out, now all of a sudden, y'all good Judies and you're inviting her to things and yada, 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 yada. Like, for me, it's all about the timing. Everybody else want to bring up timelines and how timelines are supposed to mean something.
Just like you just said, Terrence. Just like you just said. If Monique knows the source, and she got binders, and she got paper clips, and she got all kinds of dissertations on each and every person she comes in contact with. This whore probably got a whole divider on me because of what I done said about her this goddamn season. Lord, for all I know. And she knows that Sharice was just one of the people perpetuating it. She probably also knows about Giselle and her antics surrounding this mess too, because Giselle helped perpetuate it too.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, that makes Giselle and Sharice damn near on the same level. And that's why I don't think that she should have had that kind of smoke about a Sharice. The real culprit is Gigi, like you just said. And if she want to be friends with Sharice, Sharice isn't the one who started all this. Let her be friends. And even if she did want to be friends with Gigi, that's her choice. Now, what you could say, Monique, is I don't want to be friends with Candace after that, and you did, and that's fine. But what you don't get to do is, as her friend, tell her who she can and cannot be friends with, because you got a problem with her, even after you had that problem with her, because that's what's happening on Housewives of Salt Lake City. They don't like the fact that Jen is telling them that they can or cannot be friends with Mary.
Right. Right. I said that too. I did. I don't know. To me, I'm with you. There's nothing wrong with it. If she wants to be friends with Sharice, that's fine. But for me, timing is everything. And to me, the timing of it does make her look suspicious. It does. I mean, I can't say that it happened or not. I don't know, but to me, it's just suspicious. Trying to get into the damn chat. Gigi ain't got no plan. Well, they say Gigi went live last night after the show, I believe. They said she went live on Facebook. Somebody found it. I'd love to hear what she got to say.
Child, these people in their lives, they gonna get enough, honey. They is gonna get enough.
But then again, I don't want to hear nobody speak on this shit who was not there at the reunion. Like, I felt like if Jamal was gonna get on live and speak, he should have came to the reunion and spoke.
Jamal about to lose his job. You about to lose your job.
That's
Jamal, I give him to Martin Luther King holiday. He might not make it to 2021. The deacon board is probably already meeting down there to New Birth Baptist Church.
That's what they said.
That's what the drum beat is.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
What's Gigi's full name? I don't know. I didn't even remember Gigi until I saw the thumbnail that was going around where she had on that tie, doll, and listless wig where the curls was falling out of it real slowly, and she looked all depressed and skinny and shit like that. Like, I don't know. Like, when I saw her, I said, well, I can see why I didn't remember her. She's very unforgettable. Okay? She's very unforgettable. Because what about your friends, bro? What about your friends? Like, how do you go against your friends?
Here's my other thing, Bravo. Now, you are a proponent of this, Terrence. Now, this is your wheelhouse. Now, you got to explain this to me, Terrence.
What?
You are a card-carrying member of the everybody around you can't be wrong and you be right. And if you notice, with your girl, everybody she's been real close with, everybody that's been close friends with her finds a way to fall out with her and or is saying almost the same thing about her. I'm just saying that's your school of thought, Terry. Now you know that is your wheelhouse. You know that is your school of thought. And everybody, the only one with an exception is Karen. But we know she's a trifling, lying old whore herself. So I take credence to nothing Karen tells me because she's a liar. But what do you have to say about that? Just saying.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Listen. This is what I'm gonna feel. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be partial to Monique because I like her. That's not what this is. I just see things differently. I do. Like, my personal opinion is I feel like the only reason why Gigi even really is doing this, one, I kind of feel like she probably wants to be on the show. But two, I kind of felt like she had ulterior motives for telling her husband that bullshit. Now, I don't know whether she want Monique mad. I don't know whether she already hunching on him and she feel away. Because, I mean, they got problems. And you got your real good friend talking to your man. I mean, we all know how this plays out.
But see, if I'm Monique, I'm coming right out at the Gigi chick and say, bitch, you mad because I married, I got the bag and I married rich and I allow my husband to suffocate me every time he has sex with me by laying on top of me, but still get paid to do it, and you can't? Are you mad about that, girl? See, that's what you're supposed to do, Monique. Real girls do real things. If these girls mad, you look down on them and you say, girl, you mad? Because I got the money. My husband is worth $17 million and I'm worth about 4 or 5 by myself. What are we talking about? A bitch who ain't got my bank account talking to me? Girl, fall back. That is how you handle whores beneath you, Monique. You look at them whores like, girl, I ain't got time for you. Girl,
Well,
I got
she
to
did
go.
that to Andy when she read and when Andy tried to
She did
read
read Andy down.
about that
Your
money.
husband isn't in the NFL anymore. Baby, my husband's portfolio is well kept and it's very good. Baby, she corrected him real fast. Fall back, bravo, Andy. Fall back. Now, he might not have your kind of coins, but
Right.
my husband still got coins.
Period.
Yeah. But that, I feel like Monique, see, if Monique checked some of these women verbally, not physically, dear God, and put them in a place a lot of times, or chose better friends, a lot of this situation, shoot, you got to choose better friends. Because I remember when I first started watching this show, the very first thing I said was, I don't know who this Candace chick is, but I don't like her, and I can't be friends with her. You got to have better discernment about people. So, and people be like, "Oh, you must be like Candace." I don't like that whore. I don't see it for her. You know, I'm just looking objectively. I'd be like, "Oh,
Listen,
yeah."
I wasn't here for Andy. I was not here at all for Andy. I didn't like the way Andy was trying to continue to gaslight the whole situation with Monique. Like, I understood where Monique was coming from when she was like, listen, when I was in the place of feeling remorse and crying and having snotty tissues all over my damn house, I wasn't being filmed. So she said, so of course, now that all of this done played out, I understood where Monique's feelings was. Like, no, that's how I felt then. Now this is how I feel now. Like, I mean, I feel bad, but fuck it. Like, that's
I think
basically what Monique is saying. I feel bad, but fuck it. Like, it happened. It is what it is. It's
to
over.
me, Andy is still being regular shady Andy. The only difference now to me is this season of this show has caused people to put definite lines in the sand. Like people done dug their feet in on, I'm team this person, I'm team that person, and they are not moving. Because there were a whole lot of things that Andy said to a whole lot of other people that people could be like when I was surprised he asked Karen, well, do you like your husband's dick? I was taken aback. I was like, oh, he really asked her that. Like that that was so inappropriate. And I don't see it for Karen. But when he asked Karen that, and this woman is a whole married woman for how many years and years and decades, I was like, oh, even I feel like everybody at some point during this reunion, he done rolled out his gas cans and lighters and the lit a match around whatever situation it is. I just think that when you see it for a certain person or you are team so and so, you're gonna focus on that and it's gonna seem more egregious. But if it's somebody else, you be like, well, you don't like that person, child, get him, Andy. Girl, you right. I was thinking that anyway. Because a lot of things Andy was saying, it was like, girl, I was thinking that anyway. I'm just saying, I'm just that's how I look at Andy and his situation.
I hear you. But in my opinion, I'm sorry, he was gaslighting that shit. Like, I didn't like how he was sitting there basically trying to make Monique seem like a liar about the feelings that she had then. Monique did, she went through all of that. She did. And so for him to try to like make it seem as if, oh wait, I mean, you're being so cold about it now. I mean, how else is she supposed to feel at this point? I
Now I will
understood
say this
Monique's
about
feelings.
Andy and Bravo. They show their racist tendencies because a lot of the editing and things they allow on the Black Housewives franchises, they wouldn't allow on Housewives of Orange County or Housewives of Dallas or the ones that's predominantly white. Some of those questions that Andy asks, because like I said, he asks everybody horrible things. He wouldn't dare ask some of the things that lead the editing board in the Atlanta franchise and the Potomac franchise. You would dare see on the white. Not that they don't do it, not that they don't say it, but Bravo Andy and their band of racist married men down there to the Bravo TV. They do things like that, and then what it ends up happening is, and it's so sad because they are orchestrated in what they do. What they do, and this is for a lot of these TV shows, they do us Black people the same way. They try to do this whole, oh, We're gonna make this whole, we're gonna gaslight this whole situation that's gonna put one side against the other and have these people not only have Monique and Candace out here windmilling. The social media is gonna be out here windmilling as well. And people gonna take all of these definite lines in the sands, and it's gonna become a whole. I know people who be going toe to toe with people who they're friends with in real life about a Candace and a Monique situation, and get mad with real friends in real life about situation. I be looking at people like, girls, you don't see what these people doing?
Right.
It's really not that serious. You don't know these people. You do not know these people.
Right.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And I'm glad that you brought up the racial thing, because I brought up a point last night in my review, because I've been accused of being a colorist. Me and Scotty been accused of being a colorist because we were team, they called us Team Monique, and we didn't see it for Giselle and Candace and yada. And I brought up in my review last night, I said, so since y'all constantly want to bring up the colorist thing, I said, I got another angle for everybody. And I said, y'all don't find it strange that the minute Giselle found out that this woman had more than she did financially, home-wise, whatever the case may be, she automatically did not see it for Monique. After she figured out that Monique had 4 homes, she no longer wanted her around. I said, do y'all not find it a little strange that she seems bothered that the more darker tone, black skinned woman had more than what she did? And that's
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And that's why ever since season 2, when she found out that she had 4 homes, she didn't want nothing to do with her at all. She didn't like her. She didn't want her around. She been trying to ice her. It's been years of this. So I brought that up. Now I ain't saying that's what it is. I just brought it up.
No, but you know what? I have to agree with that, because I'm gonna say like this, and I know you finna get mad when I mention it. I agree with everything you said about about Monique. I agree with everything you said. But look at, and I'm going to say this, look at the light or the editing that they've done with Wendy, who should be heralded and profoundly applauded for her accomplishments and everything that she does. But if you notice, they always have her pit against somebody that's light-skinned. Always there's that whole, and it's unconscious, and people will then say, oh no, you're just looking at it too deep. And the thing about it is, I've said this on my review, when you start the colorism conversation and people start to say, oh, everything's not colorism and that's not what's going on here, that is the same thing that white people say to black people when they try to say something's not racist. Everything's not about race. Well, it's easy for you to say when you're not the object of the ire, and you're not the object of all of that hate and things like that. So I absolutely can see the thing. You got Monique, who's a beautiful black woman, and they showed that from the beginning. When they show all of the clips going all the way back, all of the confessionals, she was the sickening of all of them. Couldn't even come for her in not a single confessional look. She's married to a black man. Both of them are unequivocally black. You can't say they you won't even try to even say they mixed or nothing. I can absolutely see that. In the same vein, yes, what Wendy might have said, I got 4 degrees way too many times, but Bravo Andy made it a point, and the producers made the point to keep putting it in there to make people have this negative connotation of this woman and who she is. And Giselle, who got half a house, is celebrated.
Right.
She lied about, talk about, oh, COVID stopped the materials for coming over. Is celebrated. Okay. Karen, for all you people that like Karen, who was written in but wanted to read everybody, her whole house situation wasn't even all that. You understand what I'm saying? But and Ashley, who's a whole fucking train wreck. A whole fucking train wreck. And her racist ass husband that gets to do all kinds of sexual deviantness all over Bravo. They're allowed to go nilly-willy, unscathed, and nobody says anything. But I mean, let's be clear, Candace ain't that light either. Monique ain't light, Candace ain't light. I guarantee you, let that have been a fight between Giselle and Karen, or Robin and Karen, or Ashley and Giselle. It might not have even made it on screen.
Yeah, probably not.
On social media, oh, we heard it was a fight on Housewives of Potomac. When that part of the season came, they would have said, and they would have put up a little blurb on the screen. An altercation happened, but they would have said exactly what Andy said. Because we do not like to promote violence on our show, we're not going to show this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they would have did on one of the white ones.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what they would have did probably if it was two of the high yellow chicks. But they got these two dark chicks out there, and now we can perpetuate this whole "these people are violent" stereotype. Y'all can go nilly-willy and have at it. Go drag each other, and we're gonna keep showing it over and over and over and over and over. You don't like to perpetuate violence, but yet you're gonna show us 843 different angles and 839 different. But we don't want to promote violence. Girl, stop. We don't believe that somebody should be a sexual deviant, but you showing Michael and all of his antics and haven't checked him not once. Matter of fact, Michael makes it a point to check production and tell y'all when y'all are and are not going to film him, and when y'all are and are not going to do something to him. We saw his racist antics with the security down there to the engagement party with Robin, but y'all ain't had no problem with that. So I agree with you wholeheartedly. There's absolutely a colorism thing here, and there's absolutely a racism thing here, and Bravo perpetuates it. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm sorry, I went on a whole rant. I'm sorry.
No, this is what I wanted. I wanted to have this discussion, especially about that.
You're right.
Because, I ain't want to feel like I was reaching, but I'm just like, everybody always wants to bring up colorism. Okay, well, this is fact. And I see people in the comments saying I was reaching. Then if that's not it, then what is it? Because a woman having more homes than you do is not a good enough reason to not like them no more. And you're just done with them. And you don't want to be around them. And every chance you get, you shade them. Like, what is it? If it's not that, then what is it?
Which is why one of the things that I have to agree with is, and it has nothing to do with, I don't like the whole thing when people say, oh, don't do this around white people. Hell, don't do it around black people. We do not need any more proliferation of us being animals. You understand? So so that's why this whole Monique Candace fight is so incendiary, because you got them showing us as a people in a negative light, looking like animals. Then they proliferated more and they dig in more by making us choose sides. Now we got to be a team Candace or a team Monique, and now we got to tear each other down. They done did enough tearing us down just by putting this on screen, but now to make it go further, we got to tear each other down and decide, oh, it's okay for somebody to hit somebody if they provoke me, or oh, nobody should. It's all of this. It's just too much. It'd be too much, and it goes back to the people that are running these channels. They're involved with the racism, and racism includes the proliferation and perpetuating colorism amongst Black people to continue to have us divided. That's all a part of the racism.
I agree.
And somebody said all shows not gonna always show Black people in a good light, but they don't have to show us in a bad light either.
That's true.
They don't have to choose. If you're gonna tell me we're not about promoting violence, then why is it on the show? Because you're promoting it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, we saw actual blood. We saw blood. We saw the fight. 5 versions of the fight. 5 angles of the fight. Like, and I said that in my review too. I said, for somebody that don't perpetuate violence, I would love to know what this is, because my whole thing is, I wonder what the season would have been like without this fight. Because it seemed like ever since the fight happened, what would have been part of the show, they just took it out. And they just gonna ride out with this shit till the wheels fall off. And I honestly feel like that's kind of what they're gonna do in Atlanta. I know y'all are probably waiting on Atlanta. Girl, I ain't watch Atlanta. I mean, I did watch it, but I'm in no hurry to do no review about it. Okay, I'm in no ways. I'm not in the mind frame to do it.
It's like it's so much that really, if you really want to dive deep into it, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't unpack the fight situation.
Yeah,
we talked about the fight over and over. People to argue, fuss, fought, windmill, and everything for whatever side it happened. It's over. They even had a court case. The courts threw it out. Okay. So because wasn't the case thrown out before the season even started?
What happened?
Wasn't the case thrown out before the season even started? I don't remember. I don't remember if the season had started or not when the court case happened.
I don't remember. It might have been.
Because I know it's been this. Okay, somebody said yes, it had already. So if you know, I don't know. I just feel like, and some people gonna say, well, if they leave that out, that's not going to show everything that happened, and that's not going to give the truth. Well, they never show you everything that happens. They never show you a full conversation, and they always edit these things to make it look a certain way, which is why even like during this review, they will crop out or edit out people making certain faces or laughing or rolling their eyes about something after somebody says something when they may not have done that at all. And we know that they do that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, how they can perpetuate someone or sell a story through the magic of editing. Really be said you need to send her the link. Do you want me to forward it to her or not?
Yeah, forward it to her, because I was trying to do it up here. I saw you really be. That's what I was trying to do, sis. I ain't want to put it in the chat because I ain't got time.
I sent it to her. She finna get on here and go in on me. I don't care about her. I do not care about her. You know she finna get in here and go in and let have on me. I don't care about her. I love her. That's my sis. That is my big sis. I love her. She know I love her. We argue.
Merry Christmas to you too, baby, and thank you for watching. We got 400 people up in here. Go ahead, y'all.
We do. Ooh. I didn't know we had that many people watching. Hey, people. Y'all, they gonna be dragging me. Ooh,
y'all like this up. Like up this live.
You got 400 people in here, baby. They finna drag me for everything I'm worth.
Listen, I already got people up in here talk about something I'm flip-flopping. Y'all, I'm not flip-flopping. One thing about me, even though I like Monique, I could still call her out when there's some bull crap going on. Much like I said in my review last night, Monique's story has changed. It did. Monique's story changed a lot. It did. I love me some Momo. I never let her go. But she lied. She
even with how she say the fight started, it changed how many times. Oh God, here we go. Let me get a drink. Here,
hey sis, what's tea?
Hey girl, hey. Girl.
I'm trash, so you know.
Look, I said, look, I felt the same way.
Because I'm trash to him. So.
I felt the same way. He said in his review to hit him up in his comments. You want to come?
I did hit him up in his comments. I put it right on Instagram. Well, I guess I'm trash then. So I guess I'm just trash.
But here's the thing. Why do you have to be Team Monique? I didn't say you were trash. I just said the Team Monique people. I don't think anybody should be
Team but why? But why does that make me trash? Because I support Monique. Why does that make me trash?
I didn't say if you supported Monique, you were trash.
But, okay, so
I said if you
definition of Team Monique.
Oh boy.
What's your definition of Team Monique then?
Team Monique to me are the people who have the blinders up. These are the people who say Monique is right in everything she did. You cannot tell me nothing about Monique. Everything she drug Candace, she deserved it. Everything she did afterward was justified, and nothing that Monique did was wrong. So there's nothing you could tell me about Monique. Those are the Team Monique people.
then you need to clarify that because now, right, because Team Monique to me just means that you support Monique. That's what that means to me. At the end of the day, I was a little behind because I had to pause the video. I was coming on because of the whole colorism conversation. And it really, really frustrates me when we always reduce everything. Everything is about colorism. For El Teddy to say that they wouldn't have treated that fight the same way if it had been two light-skinned black women fighting, I don't think that's true. I think that's disingenuous, and I don't think that's true. For you to say that they don't do that on the white shows, that's fact. That's not true. They have absolutely shown fights on the other shows. And the women on the other shows, let me finish. And the women
the other show. No. If you're gonna add this, make sure you clarify.
You're cutting me off.
No, because I ain't gonna let you say that I said one thing. I said the housewife.
You said
the housewife. I didn't say all shows.
That's still not a fact. That's still not true.
That's what I'm saying. Let me know.
What I'm saying, okay, but let me finish, please. That's my point. That's still not true. So again, for you to make it seem like, oh, they only treating the black people like this, that's not true. Everything is not fucking about color. And I'm sick of it. It's frustrating because everything gets reduced to color and it's not all about color. Are there things that I have a problem with? Absolutely. I do think that the way they are allowing Michael Darby, the way they're not coming at Michael Darby, I have a problem with that. I have a huge problem with that. But to me, that's a sexist issue more so than a black and white issue. I think that when it's an assault on a man, well, no, I say that because I think if it was Chris, they would do the same. I think if it was Chris, they probably would be acting different. But when men, the fact that Michael Darby is grabbing a man's butt, it's like they're laughing that shit off like it's a joke. But if he had been grabbing a woman's butt and been accused of grabbing 2 or 3 other women's asses, not only would he already be fired, but actually would be fired too. So that part of the he ain't really hired by the show, but they would already be off the show. So I have a huge issue with that. But to limit everything to color, it just pisses me off because. Well, I'm gonna go back to my original
statement. You're stating what I said. Go back and they say, take the red ball and go back. I said, we're speaking about the Housewives franchise. I want you to show me on the other Housewives franchise this level of fighting and the proliferation of this level of fighting. Tell me, because I could be wrong. I don't watch as many Housewives as you are.
Then don't make me
show me that. Please show me. That is what I said.
I'm telling you. Okay, they've had fights on New Jersey. They've had fights on New York. And hell, one of the ladies knocked Bravo Andy ass down on the damn reunion to get to another one. So, like
I said, inform me. Let me know. Listen, because I want to go back and watch it. I want to make sure you are telling me.
Look at the chat. They're giving you all the examples in the chat. The Real Housewives of Real Housewives of New Jersey. Real Housewives of New Jersey. They're telling you in the chat.
Wait a minute. You're not listening, sweetheart. Tell me.
I'm not sweetheart. Don't sweetheart me.
And tell me what season so I can go back and watch. So when I look at the totality,
it happened. I don't know.
So when I look at the totality of that season, I can say, you know what? They perpetuated that one that season the same way they did this season. Don't come at me telling me, they showed it for 1 or 2 episodes, and then that was over. They moved on to the next thing because that's not the perpetuation and the proliferation of what we have going on here.
So what I'm telling you is, same thing. All I'm saying to you is, don't make the statement because it's not true.
No, because what I'm saying is true.
It is not.
What I'm saying is,
the chat is full of examples. Everybody in the chat is giving you examples.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
I'm listening. Say it again.
The level of proliferation and perpetuation of it, I'm sure, is not the same.
That's not true. I disagree. Once again, I still disagree. I disagree. And again, I'm telling you, they said season 1 of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, they said the whole damn family was fighting. Season 1, they just put it in the chat. The chat is full of examples, El Teddy. They're telling you.
I'm gonna go back and watch. But you already know when I go back and watch, if you tell me, they fought 1 episode and then they ain't talk about it no more. They talked about it 2 episodes and they ain't talk about it no more. We got a whole freaking season, or a whole half a season, I should say, plus, where this thing has been proliferated.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So I guess so. And it's a show. They're producing a show. There was a fight. They were trying to get ratings. That's what they do.
Okay, and we
Like
were talking about,
Terrence just said, what
and
would it
we
be if
were
the fight
having
didn't
a
happen?
discussion when you looked on it about colorism, and Terrence asked me my opinion on the whole colorism situation, and I gave it, and I expounded on it, just like
And
you
that's
gave
fine.
yours.
And I came up here because I disagree. And it's okay. We disagree all the time. So that's just what we do. But I was offended at being called trash. And I was offended.
I did not call you trash. I didn't say really
you said Team Monique is trash.
I didn't say really be your trash.
But if I'm a part of Team Monique, you call me trash. But then
I'm trash.
So then you call me
I'm trash at times. So I mean, what are we?
But that's not. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh well, I'm trash.
If you want to wear the Team Monique label and you want to be considered trash, then I what do you want me to do about it?
Wow, Lainey says then stop acting like trash. Well, Lainey, you don't know me, so that's your opinion. You don't know me.
Lainey,
you probably don't want to read the chat. You do not want to read the chat. Oh, you die.
I got my my snipers down to bushes.
Yeah, I'm not even reading the chat.
Listen, everybody is entitled to have their own feelings, you guys. I don't know why y'all getting upset over what somebody has to say. Everything somebody says, y'all have an issue with.
And let me say this too. Y'all have to know, really, B and I are great friends. We will probably call each other right after this and talk, you know, and have a great conversation. We disagree on a whole lot of things. So I don't want y'all to think
one of y'all send Abby the link. She says she felt like
I don't want y'all to think that it's.
Well, you know what? Your chat. Terrence, I'm going to get off of here because your chat doesn't seem to be. They're not. You know, they say get back on topic. They don't come on here to see people argue. So you know what? I don't want to disrespect your platform. I'll get off. It's cool. I'll go. It's cool. I'll get off your platform. So all right. Thanks for letting me come on. I'm out.
That's my Lord have mercy. I love her. We'll talk after. See, people gonna think Bia really be got smoke for each other. Bia really be out way worse.
No, they are great friends. They like always listen. They debaters. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. They both teachers. They debate.
And we gonna stand 10 toes down in how we feel.
Send Abby the link.
Oh boy, now this the one who you got to worry about. Y'all think Monique is the fighter? No, the one who's the fighter is Abby. Oh God, do I have to send her the link? Dear Lord.
Yeah, she says she feels left out.
Oh God. Oh boy. I'm just gonna mute myself because Abby is finna go on here and let me just be quiet. Oh dear God. Oh dear God.
Listen, you guys, at the end of the day. Listen, at the end of the day, we all have the right to our own opinions as it pertains to the fight, who's wrong, who's not wrong, who team you on. Listen, one thing about me, and y'all know this about me, I have a whole bunch of Team Candace people that's in my life that I respect. They speak their opinion, they let it be that. It don't be all of the extra rah that a lot of all of y'all other folks do. They don't get it, they don't
listen. Hey, Terrence, I'm gonna say this more than us reviewers, baby. The people in the comments and the chat be so serious, and they be so ready. They be ready to fight and win me, and I be like, "Girl, it's really not that deep." I done made this video, put it up, and went to work and not been bothered. You know what I'm saying? They be way serious and way invested.
Okay. What's good, sis?
Hi. Hey. Now look, I am the neutral party because I am coming at this with no prior knowledge of any of these women. I can only go by what I saw and how I, as a Black woman, would react. Now, I saw the clips of her. What's the lady name who got beat up?
Candace.
Huh. So I saw her screaming in this woman's face, well, drag me, bitch. Well, drag me, and all of this. That is the equivalent of Oliver taking out his grills for Kendra. That's what because at that point I would see red, and then clearly you're sending for me, so here I come. Now, if you didn't want me to come over there, you'd kept your damn mouth shut. Stop writing checks with your mouth that your ass can't cash. I don't understand that. My mama always taught me that one day you gonna run into some person who got time for that ass when you got all of this mouth. So watch what you say if you're not really about it, because you're gonna run up on somebody who's really about it, and that's exactly what happened. She been popping this shit with any and everybody, and ain't nobody gave her.
Ladies and gentlemen, Abby is team likes to fight.
I am.
She is always ready.
Always.
She likes to fight. So Abby is the one who you take with you. That's gonna be in the corner. She ain't gonna say too much, but when it goes down, she's gonna be in the front of the pack. Because she's team likes to fight, and everybody needs Abby on their team. I'm here for it. Because
yelling drag me is a reason to drag her. Clearly, you are giving instructions. You want to be drugged. So if you didn't want to be drugged, you shouldn't have said drag me. I don't understand. I don't understand why you don't. Words mean things. So don't say it if you don't mean
it. I felt the same way. I did, even though
you're not gonna talk crazy to me, jump in my face, and then I didn't watch the first episode of this review. First of all, I don't even watch this motherfucking show. Let's start there. I'm only telling you what would happen in the real world. Since this is a reality show, let's talk about what would happen in the real world. You're not gonna get in my face and be disrespectful and think that it's gonna turn out right for you. I'm not the 1, the 2, the 3, or the 4 for your big bag of bullshit, bitch. You want to go, then we can go. Second of all, you can't tell me, oh, you traumatized, but your mouth still slick as fuck the whole time until we get to this portion, and then now you start crying. Bitch, what you crying for? Let me give you something to cry for. I'm coming right across that stage. I'm going to snatch that fucking ponytail right the fuck out your head. Cry about that.
Oh, no.
So since now you want to cry, I'm a black mama. Oh, you want to cry? Let me give you something to cry for then. You're not going to play this game I'm the victim. But clearly you a victim who has not learned from the lesson that was previously taught to your ass because you still slick at the mouth. So let me reiterate it because, sometimes people need to be taught a lesson over and over again until they get it. Let me get that ass 1 more, 2, 3, 4 times until you get it. Don't talk to me crazy. Don't talk to me out the side of your mouth. You're not going to be disrespectful to me because clearly you don't understand that I'm with that shit. Now, what you want to do? Now, you can either talk to me respectfully and we be okay, or you can talk to me disrespectfully and I can mollywop that ass every single time you decide to get out of pocket. I'm good with either. What you want to do?
Y'all, Abby was going to come on here with all of the smoke. I'm just going to back. It's just...
Abby, you got all 361 people up in here gagging. And they want to know your IG and your Facebook because everybody said you're gorgeous.
It's Abby Reviews on everything. On Instagram, it's an underscore. It's Abby _ Reviews on Instagram, but everything is Abby Reviews. Come follow me. I'm a good time.
And I have to
tell it again, Jonathan, because my favorite Bible story is when the Lord said, I will come in here and knock all this shit over. And he did. So what you want to do?
Wait, the Lord said he would knock all of this shit over?
He said, I will flip all these motherfucking tables. You want to really be froggy about it.
Not Jesus H. Christ.
Jesus Howard Christ said, I will come in here and knock all this shit over. And that's exactly what he did. He's a man of his word. His word will not come back to him void. He said, I'll knock all this shit over. And that's exactly what he did. So I absolutely will follow back. Yes.
Jesus the Christ.
Listen, El Teddy, you better play my clip. I like to fight. That's my spirit animal. Who want to fight? Because I want to fight.
Oh, you want me to play your clip?
Please play my clip. Who wants to fight? Because I like to fight. Who wants to smoke?
Oh, hey, here you go. Here you go.
Hi, Pooh. Hey, girl.
Wait. I want to fight.
Let's get it popping. I want to fight. Who wants to fight?
She want to fight. Oh, dear God. How did we get here? We have a whole Justice League. Where's Scotty? Scotty, where are you? Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty, where you at? Scotty
I
was
think
in the
Scotty's
booth.
at
Go ahead
work.
and come on there, Scotty. Just go
Now
ahead.
you probably at work.
Back at the
probably
home of justice.
I don't know how to pronounce Larga curves. Let me be very clear. I am very well aware that I have an issue with rage. I'm not, which is why I avoid confrontation at all costs. Because I know if I get to a certain point, I'm going to get physical with somebody and I'm going to black out. And the only way I know to stop hitting somebody is when they stop moving. That's the only way I know how to stop fighting. You got to stop moving in order for me to stop pummeling you. So I avoid confrontation at all costs, which is why I am very aware that I could not be in the room with this Candace girl with the slick mouth because I'm going to bust her in her shit.
Listen, hold on, that need to be a meme. What El Teddy just did, that shit needs to be a meme.
No, I'm just like it.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm still gonna have listen. I have had anger management. I have done some self-reflection. I have sat on someone's sofa. I'm not as quick to anger as I used to be. Because at this point, I'm somebody's grandma. So, I can't be down to the Walmart knocking bitches out. But let me be very clear. I ain't going to take but so much disrespect.
Now that I've been thrown out of the anger management class. Now, you know what? When you've been thrown out of the anger management classes, I ain't mad at you trying to. Yep, she is a Scorpio.
I am very much a Scorpio. Yes, I am.
Not team who got my belt. You know what?
Mama.
Listen,
please. I have a special account that my mama's name is on, just in case she got to come get me.
Right? Yeah. Listen. Thank y'all, everybody in the chat. I love y'all, even the haters. I didn't get off because, I just didn't. It felt like people were not appreciating the conversation, and so I didn't want to, disrupt your live, Terrence. I just can't, This what me and El Teddy do. So I'm just trash today, and I'll just be trash until I decide I'm not trash no more. And that's what we do. As far as the Team Monique thing, I am not blind. I'm not like a blind follower of Monique, and I've said this from the beginning. Monique put her hands on Candace first, and she was wrong. However, we'll get into that. But however, I understand why Monique did it. That's all I have said from the beginning. Now, people can say that's what I said. And I don't think that because you get into a fight, that makes you a hood. I don't think that because, or a hood rat, I should say. I don't think that because you get into a fight.
Wait a minute. The same chick who said she was hood and the same chick who said she was fighting all the time as a teenager, that same recidivist.
Okay, but just because you were fighting all the time as a teenager doesn't mean that at 40 years old, you are still that person. Now, I do agree that Monique realized, I agree with what that Monique realized that that's why she in therapy. She got issues and she knows it. I also think that part of that she gave Candace was really what she wanted to give Chris. I honestly think that that's what I think. It was some misplaced anger. But let's be clear. Candace make it so easy. She just makes it so fucking easy. I
don't even know that.
That still don't make it right.
I've watched maybe
you 45 never heard
minutes.
Me say nothing about it making it right. You never heard me say that. Never ever.
But not saying it says a lot too. I'm not saying that about you. What I'm saying is a lot of times.
But I don't know how.
Here's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is people only hear what they want to.
By not, I don't have a problem with you saying Candace makes it easy. That's fine. But everybody's not at the same level where you could just say that and then not follow that up by saying it wasn't right either. Because some people are going to just marry and be married with Candace makes it so easy, so that just makes it okay. And I'm not saying that's what you are saying, but I'm saying by not finishing the clause.
My teacher friends, y'all know that. Let me you hush up. Words mean things. Listen, words mean things. She said drag me, so I drug her. I don't understand. Like
first of all,
and freedom and her having the freedom and people who want to say that, oh, she's free to say anything she wants. You are absolutely correct. She is absolutely free to say anything that she wants, but she is not free of consequences of what she said. And that just happened to be the consequence of some of the shit that she said, is she got her ass whooped. That's just what happens.
Want to know why, Abby and Terrence? You gonna have to agree with this. You know why that's easy for you to say, Abby? Because you have X chromosomes. And let me have this conversation with you. If a person with XY chromosomes hears and is provoked by a person with XX chromosomes who says, drag me, drag me, drag me, and that person with XY chromosomes proceeds to drag her, there's no way, shape, form, or fashion people are going to see that, oh, that person with the XY chromosome was justified. That is not how, not even.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, El Teddy. However, my hands are rated E for everyone. It don't matter if you got a dangling participle or not. If you listen, I may lose the fight because my mama said if you run up on a nigga, be ready to take that nigga ass whooping. I'm just saying, you can't come at me super disrespectful every time I see you, and it just be okay. Because eventually we gonna get to a point where, oh, okay, so this is what we doing. So bop, bop, bop upside your damn head.
Can I ask a question? Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? This all I'm saying. So I think I lost my train of thought waiting to talk. Trying to wait for El Teddy to get done with his biology lesson.
Imagine if Michael Darby, who everybody has smoked for, decided to throw hands on one of the ladies on that show.
But whoa, it's not the same. Why are we talking? You bringing in? See, that's what you do. You be bringing in.
Words have meaning. I'm talking to Abby with her words have meaning.
Now I remember. Now I remember what I was going to say. El Teddy, as an educator, you have never had a situation with a student who had gotten involved in a fight, and let's say we broke the fight up and they kept fighting, right? You've never had and I understand that we're talking about children versus adults. I get that. But you've never had a student say to you, well, I knew I was already suspended, so I figured I might as well just finish. You ain't never had a student say that to you. Monique was like, hell, I knew I was fired. She's still running her mouth. I ain't done whooping her ass yet. You ain't never had a student say that to you.
First of all, she didn't convince that man enough to let her get back in the door. She should have been much more calm.
Hold on, Abby. She didn't ask you. She asked me, ma'am.
First of all, nigga, I wasn't even answering the question. I was just making.
Let me answer the question.
Oh shit.
Let me answer the question that I was asked. I love you.
Go ahead, Professor.
Anyway,
Abby, hey, Abby, hold on, Abby. Listen, Abby. I got in the car. What's good? We can be in Atlanta in 8 hours.
You sure can. And I'll be right here waiting. I got 2 guns. I will shoot both of y'all and y'all walk up to the house.
First of all, you don't show up with some liquor in a backpack looking like you 15. Listen, nobody has time.
I don't. Wait a minute, Lori. I don't want no parts of Abby hands because I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna fall on the ground and be paralyzed. Let's be clear. I'm doing the Candace. I am doing Candace. I'm falling on the ground and I'm gonna be real paralyzed. Let's be clear. But to answer really B's question, when students say that, they say they're talking about when they're in the fight. When a student says that to you, what the student is saying is, once I started fighting, I knew I was going to get suspended anyway, so I figured I might as well go ahead and wail on this person. That is not what the student says after we done broke up the fight. You understand what I'm saying? And they in the office, and now the student is not over here trying to run out of the office and saying, well, let me go over here and finish the fight because I'm suspended anyway. No, that's not how that works. Now, if you tell me you was doing that in the middle of the fight, if she would have said, oh, I'm in the middle of the fight, so I'm going to go ahead and drag her because I'm going to be fired anyway, that's totally different. Then when we done broke up the fight, y'all done separated, and now you said, well, let me go back on in there so I can finish her off. Wait, what? No, that's not right for a child. That's not right for an adult.
Thank you, Free, because I am.
She is the president. She's
It's not an insult. Thank you. I am.
Listen, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just a straight up hood rat. Maybe I'm just a gutter snipe right up out the hood.
I told you that earlier.
But I'm just saying maybe I am because I understood where Monique was coming from in that moment. I myself have been there, so I understood where Monique was coming from. In that moment, that's how she felt. Well, bitch, sis on fire. You steady talking shit. Obviously, what I did wasn't enough for you. Fine. I'm going to really give you what you're looking for.
You going to say I was raised in a bubble?
At that time?
They said I was raised in a bubble. Nene, I really like for you to go and see where I was raised. I really would love.
I'm just saying, maybe I'm a gutter snipe right up from out the hood. But, when she said that in that moment,
technically, I guess based on where I was raised, I'm a gutter snipe right about the hood too. I mean, people don't think that I am, and I'm glad.
I'm just saying, it's like, and again, nobody is saying that Monique is right, but I'm sorry. I understood why Monique did what she did, and I'm not mad that Candace got it because Candace deserved it. You got to understand, even last season, this is still residual because she wanted to fight her ass then, which she really could have. I kept telling Monique all she had to do was pick her stomach up, push that bitch to the side, and then do what the hell you got to do. That's what you do when you're pregnant.
Not push her stomach. Nigga.
Yeah, you pick it up, push it to your side, and you do what the hell you got to do. I didn't see pregnant.
No.
Yeah. I didn't see pregnant with. Listen, we had a baby boom when I was in high school out of nowhere.
How was she a bully though?
So wait a minute, Terrence. So now everybody believes that I'm from the suburbs and I grew up rich and I grew up privileged like Candace.
Yes, I grew up in the suburbs, but I was
That's
still
a lot of polish on that.
If you got a lot of damn mouth, you can't be surprised when somebody busts your ass in it. So
I grew up in the suburbs and went to private schools, but please understand that I have whooped the bitch ass. Hold on, this is my sister on the phone.
See what I'm saying?
All right.
Have you ever we grew up in the same house? Have you ever been in a fight?
Yes.
Have you ever whooped a bitch ass?
Yeah, I actually got put on disciplinary probation at Central.
No, but they try to tell me that I grew up in the,
do you think that fighting considers you a hood rat?
Me and Peter.
It depends on the situation. It depends on where you are. It depends on the situation.
You know what? I'm not doing that with you. Anyway, all right, that's fine.
I was about to say, we can hear you.
I mean,
it depends
I don't know if consider me a hood rat. I grew up in the suburbs. My father had his doctorate. My mother has her master's. She works for Child Protective Services. Like, my father was an architect. I don't understand. I was never in the hood.
It depends on the situation. It depends on what we got going on. You understand what I'm saying? It depends on if we're out somewhere. Now, I think all of those whores, when they went to that barn, were exhibiting. When they started to get drunk, they started to exhibit more and more.
Why everybody gotta be a whore? Why everybody gotta be a whore?
Wait a minute, how old was who when who was fighting?
If I can be good enough to be a whore, everybody can be good enough to be
okay, so the last, because the question was asked, how old were you when you were fighting? The last physical altercation that I got into, I was 15. But I was fighting a grown-ass woman. I tried to push her face through the windshield of a car. That's when I knew that my anger was out of control and I had to get it under control or somebody was going to end up hurt.
See, I ain't got time for all that fighting and carry on. I'm too old. I'm too small. I'm too grown. And so what I do
stop. See, that's the part. I was with you until you got to the I'm too grown.
I didn't ask you
don't fight.
Adults do fight. Your commentary. I didn't ask you for that. This is my opinion, not yours. This is
I'm telling you that
not yours.
The part that I disagree with.
Hold on, a dear one, doll baby.
But Candace is not a more vulnerable person. That mouth is lethal on that bitch. Don't do that.
Right, carrying on. I'm gonna sit right up here on my porch, talk my shit. When you come to me in Donald Trump's America, I have the Second Amendment, and I will blow you off the earth.
Jesus
come on, you can come over here,
so quickly,
your fist in your hand. You can come over here. I did that for Really B, because I knew Really B. Once I said Donald Trump's America, I knew I was thinking
Oh Jesus! You can't be a crybaby thug. That's not how it works. You can't be a crybaby thug.
I'm coming over here to fight you, ill Teddy, and I'm gonna have all this go. Okay, girl, come on over here. You can come right over
here. Mama? Wait.
Come over here.
You can't. Wait. Hold on. The comments is moving kind of fast. Hold on. I'm trying to see what Laura.
You do not want to read the comments. Do not engage. Do not engage.
Well, no, I'm fine with engaging. Give her a snack.
Hey, I knew really he was gonna be like.
Listen, my last verbal altercation was 2 years ago, and it was at church. I hemmed a bitch up at church. Don't do it. Listen, when I say it's on site, that's exactly what I mean. It's on site, and I was 30 seconds away from knocking that bitch back to see Jesus, but the church mother had to come and get me.
She told y'all.
And I mean, let's be honest. Like, fighting isn't my go-to. Like, I mean, I'm grown. Like, fighting isn't my go-to. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't mean that you're a horrible person because you lost it. Like, sometimes people just fucking lose it. Now, let me
you cut me off, so why I can't cut you off? I wasn't even finished. You did. The people saw it. You did.
You were not.
Oh God. Hold on. Let me start following the people.
Now you're not talking.
Listen, China Black said her last fight. China Black said her last fight, she was 51. So I don't want nobody to hear me making no excuses, okay? She 51 out here, women like hoes out here in these streets.
I mean, I had a fight a couple of years ago when my whole family had a whole brawl and melee with the other family at the wedding of my cousin.
Right, y'all took the whole damn reception hall. Does that make y'all?
That probably was my last. No, it wasn't my last fight. Because what happened was I was at the club, and a friend of mine got into a fight, and it was
right. So you just gave us 2 examples. Shit happens.
I didn't start either one of those situations. I just was drawn in.
Monique ain't started either.
You're not gonna roll with me, and you over there fighting, and I'm over here looking. No, that's not gonna happen. No, we don't play them games.
Candace got in her face. Monique ain't started that either.
Yeah, I agree with that 1,010%. I put that on my.
Oh God. I ain't gonna even take the bait. Nope, not engaging.
Listen, but one thing that everybody can agree with is that both of them were wrong. I have heard all of y'all say that the both of them were wrong and the both of them were responsible for that fight getting to where it was. So for Candace to be walking around out here with all of these sticky notes and pills and potions and going down to the therapist and carrying around nunchucks and golf clubs, belly clubs.
Who the fuck is fighting with nunchucks?
Yeah, you know. Candace, that's the way she's supposed to be playing it up. Like she had to go out and get her a piece because she's so scared of what Monique gonna do to her. She run up on it.
Okay, wait a minute. I think that's something that all 4 of us can agree on is that Candace did not play her position because you was smart mouthing, talking under your breath, throwing out nasty comments for the whole first reunion and half of the second reunion. And then as soon as they bring up the fight, now your ass want to cry. And here come the tissue. Now, don't be scared now. Because if you're so worried about Monique and she's so out of control and she's such an animal and she's such a hood rat, then all the little smart ass comments that you was making about her the whole time, you should have been scared to talk to her because she's unpredictable and you don't know if she's going to just drop off at the drop of a dime. You should have been absolutely terrified.
Right.
But you weren't. And you know why you weren't? Because you already know it ain't that kind of party.
My brother has an answer for me, not fight around.
Oh no, that's nothing compared to what he gave Ashley. I think Ashley and Karen got it worse than Monique and Candace.
Yeah, I don't have smoke for Monique like I do. Catherine, if you want to call me hood rat, people call me hood rat. I'm born and raised in the hood, so I've been called hood rat all my life. That's fine. That doesn't bother me being called hood rat. I'll be that. I grew up in the hood. I know hood rats are good people too. Anyway, but yeah, I have real smoke for Ashley. I can't stand that whore.
I don't know. For me, I just want Ashley to be real. I want Ashley to be like, y'all, I don't care what he does. This is an arrangement. That man can do what he wants to do. I'll leave him when I'm ready to leave him. If she ain't ready to leave him yet, she's not going to leave him.
Ashley looked so stupid last night. She looked a damn
She
fool.
looked so retarded.
Even with her defending that man, grabbing that man on the ass, they had the tape where the man denied ever doing it, and now they got you on tape doing it. Like now you want to come up with, well, they're cool, they play like that. No.
And then your justification was he calls my husband Zaddy. Bitch,
Zaddy. Not Daddy. Zaddy.
And you was okay with that, girl? If you don't. Y'all get her because y'all know I get started.
But we're not supposed to believe that your zaddy is gay. Really?
Right.
You cool with another man calling you zaddy and you grabbing men on the ass? That's what I don't think that's what I mean, that's just not appropriate behavior anyway. But that's certainly not what the average straight man does. Now, and that's no disrespect to gay men, but why would the straight man be walking around grabbing men on the ass? I just don't get it.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. He could be bisexual, but what I'm saying is for her to act like, because she specifically said he doesn't
he only likes women.
Right, he only likes women.
That he is not attracted.
Said that.
She said he's only attracted to women. She said that. Booty hole bandit. I mean, booty hole was good for months at a time.
I heard
that. Exactly, Shorty Red. Ashley's bisexual as well because she said that when she said that she's been in a relationship with women and when they have, their fun time, she said they, was with women. And I think that was also a dumb. I mean, do y'all agree? I feel like that was a dumb explanation when she was like, well, when we were separated, I had my fun too. But y'all were separated. I wasn't even living under the same roof. To me, that's different. That is different.
Ashley should have never opened her mouth and said shit. When Ashley asked him about Michael, Ashley should have said, well, you're going to have to ask my husband about that. Like, there's no way that I could sit there. And then her answers were so cockamamie.
She should have pulled a Karen. Remember how that's the one thing. That's the one thing that that Bravo Andy said last night. He was like, well, Karen, it used to be like pulling teeth, getting answers out of you. She should have been a Karen last night and been like, and you're right. Yeah. Her appropriate answer would have been, well, I would, you would need to ask, my husband about that, and he's not here. Because did you hear when she said, well, he comes home every night, we sleep together every night, and I think it was Wendy mumbled under her breath, he ain't with you tonight.
Okay.
Period.
Period. Wait, watch this. Quiet as it's kept, both Juan and Michael are absent conveniently.
Terrence, your friend is in the chat. You might want to get
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna ignore it.
Y'all better get her.
Lord have mercy.
Somebody push her over. Push her over. So she can roll on the ground.
Rude. That's rude.
So she can roll on the ground.
That's not nice, El Teddy.
Push her that. So she be saying all kind of not nice stuff about us. Fuck that bitch. Push that bitch down so she could get bit.
I agree, Wanda. They're swingers, and they've basically said that. They've come right out and they've basically said that that's what it is, that they're swingers. Like they've said that, But it is what it is. I'm gonna do my live tonight, and I'll talk about it.
Listen, I hated Ashley's dress. A lot of y'all got into my comments too and said I should give Ashley some slack. I hated Ashley's dress, y'all. I hated her dress.
I can't even talk. All I saw was the top of it. So and it looked like it had a little cape with
a little pattern with the little wings things or whatever.
I didn't like it. My favorite dress, and I mean I know what y'all gonna say, but my favorite dress was Monique's and her hair.
I love Monique's
dress. That was the best looking one out of all of them. Monique
did that. Monique did that.
I would have been here for Gizelle's dress if she didn't have
at Miss Black Universe or Miss Continental.
Listen, I would have been here for Gizelle's dress if she didn't have them Party City rhinestones on it. Like all up here, then at the hip. I didn't like that. If she had that,
and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I liked Wendy's dress, but not for the reunion. I think it was a bit much. But I didn't dislike the dress. I just think maybe with the train and all of that, I just think it was a lot. But I didn't dislike it. I hated Robin's dress.
I hated everything about it.
And I know Abby gonna look at me crazy when I say why, but I didn't like the fact that it was all up on her neck like this. Like it just looked. She looked.
It looked like.
What did you say?
It looked like she bought it off the rack. That's what it looked like. Like she didn't have time to get it fitted and nipped and tucked and plucked the tree all in the right way. That's what it looked like.
Wig though.
It looked like Robin had enough money to buy the dress, but not getting him. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I don't know what look Robin's hairdresser was going for, but whatever it was an epic fail.
Lord, y'all.
I don't know, Abby and really be y'all can tell me because y'all know more. I don't know nothing about weave, hair, and none of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I looked at when I looked at Robin's hair, I'm not doing this with you. Did you not look like it was like bumps in like the hair? Like maybe don't they get it like braided and then they sew it into the braid?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't I not see when that happens? Like shouldn't they pack it?
I feel like that was a wig. Y'all feel like that was? You think that was weave, Abby? I felt like that was a wig.
Whose?
Robin's hair.
The one I don't know if it was a wig. I don't know if it was because maybe she had her hair braided underneath, and I could see like it was just a mess. I don't know. Just a mess.
Let me get to a picture of her hair and see what it looked like.
I mean, you know.
Okay, I'm going to agree that Ashley's dress is hideous. I don't like the girl with the long dangly braid. I don't like her shit either. I don't like Robin's makeup. What the fuck is happening with your face, girl? Who did that to you? Why would you allow that? Daughter, niece. I feel like they may have tried to put crimps in it. And that's why it looked wavy like that. That bob, they tried to crimp it to match the pattern that was happening there. But I do not like this makeup with this dress. The dress is also not good.
It's still fitted.
Yeah, Monique definitely won best dressed. I'm sorry, Monique slayed. I don't care what nobody say. Monique, you don't have to like Monique. You can think Monique is a hood, all of that, but Monique she came.
I like Monique is the one with the one arm in the situation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I like her. I like what she got going on.
Good. I've said nothing but glowing things about Monique and how she looks. So don't try and direct all that energy at me like I
only talking to you. I
feel like
I wasn't talking
like I really dislike this big ass bow in the front of this girl's dress.
Right, a hit dog
Wahala. I kind of like the bow.
Everything that I said, and then gonna talk about a hit dog Wahala. Especially, I will when you say everything that I exactly said.
But I really wasn't talking about it. I really wasn't that time.
Now, why does I don't like the lady with the sparkly stuff on her shoulder and hip. I don't like her hair. Her hair doesn't match the dress. Like she doesn't have. It shouldn't have been straight. It should have been like big bouncy. It should have been like big bouncy waves that would have offset the dress better. This straight hair is not it.
And then, like Karen's hair, I was like, for somebody that's advertising a wig line, that was not a good representation.
I've never liked her hair.
Why does she have this long ponytail to her hip?
I don't like it. I don't.
And why does it look like her dress is covered in netting? What is happening? Okay. I'm really upset at Robin's face. What is going on? Well, girl, why would you allow them to do that to your face? Who was your makeup artist, beloved? That's not.
Rolling Rebel, I know you lying.
Whoever it is don't like her. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
Her check must have bounced.
Rolling Rebel said, "Get him the link. He got to get some stuff off his chest." Child, please.
Well, he gonna have to go start whatever he need to say.
Beloved, why did you think that was a good idea to even say? Why would you think that?
I would have been petty and did it.
Giselle is tacky and class. Oh, she's tacky and classless. Oh God, I just thought she was a liar. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh God.
Have you seen the inside of her horse stable?
Listen, Rolling Rebel don't come on here. He doesn't want that kind of smoke. That's not what the Lord would have for him. We're not gonna do abuse of the handicap. That would they would be calling us all kinds of horrible things if you let them on here.
Not us, because us wouldn't be here. Not us.
Because you know me, I would drag. You know me, I do not mind dragging people.
He is doing the most not to be the host. What? What does that mean?
They talking about El Teddy Show.
Oh, I don't.
This is why
y'all be cute to the guests. What guests? Who's got guests? A guest where?
She's talking about us. Talking about us.
Oh, Xavier.
That's Abby. That's Teddy. They ain't no damn guests. The hell you mean?
But I will say,
they could come in my house and go right to my refrigerator, and I wouldn't have nothing to say.
Free.
I thought Wendy looked nice too. Like I said, I liked her dress. I thought it was a lot for the reunion, but I did like it. I didn't dislike it.
I mean, when else are you gonna have time to be a lot right now in a pandemic?
That's true.
I like it. Listen. I ain't got all that leg to show.
Truly fault Robin for what she did, because that woman is scrapping around for coins to pay the IRS. That woman is,
Yeah, I know it.
That's what I said in my review. I was like, y'all hating on Karen for paying off Uncle Ben's tax problem, but she wrote a check. You had to make a payment arrangement. She wrote a check for millions. You made a payment arrangement for $90,000. So all I'm saying is, I'm gonna need you to.
And my thing about it is this. My thing about it is this. I don't like the way Bravo did that, and I don't like the way that Karen did that, because to me, it was gonna be both of y'all dead anyway. Y'all are married.
Well, that's what she said. She realized. She said that she was being a spoiled rich woman, and she realized, wow, he's been taking care of me, and I ain't never had to worry about money for the last however many years. She said it made her realize it. That she understood that
he can pay me back. Wait, what?
But she said that. That's what she said at the reunion, that she realized that she was being ridiculous. She said that.
But she followed that up by saying, but I wouldn't mind if he wrote me a check.
Well, I don't think anybody would mind if they got a check. I would take a check.
I'll take a check. What happened?
Who giving away checks? I want a check.
Hold on, there's a question. What do I think about the colorism convo they had earlier? I guess I would have had to be paying. What was the conversation about colorism?
I don't want to.
What was the colorism?
I made a comment in my review last night, because a lot of people attacked me. They called me a colorist because I saw it for Monique and I didn't see it for like Robin and Giselle and Candace, and I guess they consider Candace a lighter tone woman than Monique. So because I was on Monique's side, or they put me on Monique's side,
they looked about the same color.
That's what I said. And I said, so since y'all want to continue to call me a colorist, I said, well, riddle me this about colorism. I said, why do y'all think the real reason Giselle got so pissed at Monique when she found out that Monique had 4 homes? I said, is it because she just didn't like her? Or is it because Giselle, being the pretty light-skinned woman, feels a type of way that Monique, being a beautiful chocolate woman, has way more than what she does. Because when you look at it, nobody can answer the question as to what Gizelle's problem is with Monique. Nobody. I'm still trying to figure out what the problem is. So are you jealous because of her life?
I just think it's jealousy.
Huh?
I think it's jealousy. Monique has the life that she thought she was getting with Jamal. Monique has the life that Gizelle wants. Period. I just think it's jealousy. And let me be clear. When Monique came on the show, just like all of these new housewives do, she came on the show strong. And she did come on the show very braggadocious. She did talk about all the things that she had. So I'm not saying that made it okay. I'm just saying that, because I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't all that crazy about Monique on her first 2 seasons. I was not here for Monique. And she was, but I really feel like that's what I don't think it's color. I think it's you have. I thought I was getting. I married this up and coming pastor who had a pedigree in the city of Baltimore. I thought I was gonna, I was gonna be this preacher's wife that had good, was gonna be living a good life, and it didn't turn out that way. And part of it is that she bitter. And I really think that's what it is.
It's not our fault that you married a whore, ma'am. It's not our
right. But I mean, I honestly, I don't think it's color. I really think that's what it is.
Okay.
I just asked. I never said a word. I just brought it up.
No, I'm just saying that's my. I'm just saying
so you a colorist because you agree with Monique? Like, I'm confused as how that.
Oh yeah, a lot of people felt like, because I felt like Candace deserved what she got, and I said that it was both their fault, and I wasn't allowing Candace to get away with her bullshit. Everybody was calling me a colorist. I was a colorist. I hate black women. I must have grew up hating my mom. I'm a toxic.
Because you defended one black woman over that doesn't even make.
And the one thing, but I'm gonna say this, Terrence, the one thing that I have learned, and I think maybe that's why I'm a little sensitive to it, and I can admit that I'm a little sensitive to it. But I think what I have found, especially in reviewing these shows, is that whenever there's a conflict and one person is light-skinned and another person is dark-skinned, then people, not everybody, but people tend to push the issue aside and make it about, oh, it's about color. No, it's not always about color. For me, it's not always about color. Sometimes it's simply, I have an issue with whatever the situation is. And just because one person is light-skinned and another person is dark-skinned does not mean it's color. And it doesn't make me a colorist. And that's an issue that I have run into when it comes to, especially reviewing the reality shows. People get so caught up and they never want to really hear what you have to say. That's just like the same people that keep jumping on all of us, when the ones that, it's like, if you're not mad at Monique, then all of a sudden you got a problem. I'm not mad at Monique. I said Monique was wrong, but I ain't mad at her. But I've said from the beginning that I've always said Monique was wrong. But I guess people want, not only do they want us to think that Monique is wrong, but they also want us to go at Monique. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Right. But I absolutely think Monique was wrong. But I don't like Candace either.
Right. Right.
Does colorism exist? Absolutely, it exists. I would never say that colorism does not exist. But what I'm not going to say is that it's always the issue. Whenever there's a light skin, dark skin issue, that's, to me, that's not always the go-to. Is there colorism? Is there even racism? Absolutely. Like, even going back to what we were saying about the shows on Bravo, do I think that some things are covered differently on Real Housewives of Atlanta than on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Yes. I'm not going to sit here and say it never exists, but to say that they never covered a fight the same way they covered a fight on Potomac, I just don't agree with that statement. But do I think, like last night that Bravo Andy had a whole lot of smoke for Monique and he wanted? Yeah, I absolutely think he had some smoke for Monique. But do I think it's because Monique is black? No. I just think Bravo Andy thinks that Monique should be more complicit and
more contrite about what happened, because he was like, you don't feel emotional about this? I was with Monique. The emotional about what? What the fuck are you talking about? What am I supposed to be emotional about?
A year ago, even if Monique was emotional a year, this shit happened a year ago. I don't know what you want, because
it would happen yesterday for me, and I'd have been like, for what? For what? What are you talking about? That doesn't. Okay, nigga, sit down and shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. And you know, and at the end of the day, you know, I feel like because when Andy threw the money situation at Monique, I think Monique really very politely reminded him, bitch, I play with this. I don't pay no fees with this paycheck. My lifestyle has not changed because of this Bravo paycheck. This money I use to play with. This is what I use for my businesses, for my hobbies. You know what I'm saying? The bills are still gonna be paid, the mortgage is gonna be paid, the car note is gonna be paid with or without. And just because and he's talking about so well, he's not making that kind of money anymore. Contrary to popular belief, Andy, not all black athletes go broke when they leave the NFL. Some of them actually took care of their money and they're good. Let's be clear. And the other thing, and I'm gonna say this, and I know about 5 people gonna jump on me in the chat when I say this. Monique was not a millionaire when she married Chris, but Monique wasn't broke either. Monique had her own business. Monique was a broker. She was a broker. Monique had, I mean, again, she wasn't rich, but she wasn't one of these like, you know, hoods, you know, these little thoughts hanging out at the club trying to find a, you know, an athlete to marry. Monique had money. I mean, when I say money, I'm not saying she was like what she got now, but she wasn't broke. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, she had a career. Absolutely, Monique did. I think that's how she met Chris. Well, no, that's not how she met Chris, but Monique was working. No, you're listening to the rumors. Not the rumors. Monique was okay. Forget it. I'm not going there. Anyway.
Yeah, she homeless.
Monique talked. Okay, so that's one of the things that came out. Monique was living in her car, but remember that came from Gigi. That doesn't mean it's true. Gigi was the one that was like, "Oh, Monique was homeless, living in her car when she met Chris." All of that stuff came from Gigi. That's the same one that said that baby don't belong to Chris. Like that came from Gigi.
That sounds like Gigi is jealous. Who is Gigi? What is her relationship to this whole situation?
Y'all know that's supposed to be Monique good friend. She was on the season. Right. She was on season 2 with Monique. And I said that shit too.
Talk about her baby don't look like her husband and she was homeless.
Gigi's whole thing was she felt like Monique was doing something that she wasn't supposed to be doing with the trainer. So instead of going to Monique with her feelings about it, she went to Chris and told Chris her concerns about what she had going on.
Time out. TV time out. Wait. So you, my good Judy, and you think I'm my trainer.
Right.
So instead of coming to me, your good Judy, and say, "Girl, is you fucking this nigga? What's going on? Is it any good? I mean, are you trying to share what's happening? What's going on?" You take your raggedy ass over to my motherfucking husband, and not even knowing what's happening, and being like, "Well, I think that they might be." Bitch, you trying to steal my husband? That's see, she showed her ass.
Listen, this is it gets worse. It gets worse. Monique was out having drinks with Gigi. The trainer was there. Now, this is Gigi's side of the story. Monique was drinking, getting a little tipsy, flirting a little bit. They were on the dance floor, being real inappropriate. And she called Chris to come get Monique from the club. Now, if you was really that concerned and that's good, let me tell you how I would have handled it. If that's me and Abby acting real funky at the club and her husband back at the house and Abby doing a little too much with her trainer, what I'm doing is I'm pulling Abby aside. We're going to the bathroom, and I'm telling her, "Girl, we leaving. Right. We're going home. Right. We get our ass up out of here." I'm not calling the husband, okay? Right. But I'm gonna get her up out of there. We're getting up out of there, right? Because that's not for you too. You're also Monique Samuels, and people know who you are. And just like they took the pictures of Darby down to the casino, they're gonna take them same pictures. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, they're going to take them same pictures of Michael of you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the other thing I was like, so nobody else saw Monique. Contrary to what people want to think, and I can't speak for any other city. Okay, I can only speak for the DMV, which is where I live. These people know each other. These people, when you go out in public and you see a Monique Samuels, you see a Giselle, you see a Robin, and they see you doing anything that looks suspect, trust and believe, if Monique Samuels' ass was up on the dance floor, bumping and grinding with somebody other than Chris Samuels, trust and believe it would have been in the gossip blogs here in DC, and we would know about it. And let's also be clear. Chris Samuels has been a celebrity in the DC area for the last 15 years since he started playing for the Redskins. Everybody knew who he was, and he's a person that's around town, and everybody knew who Monique was long before the Real Housewives of Atlanta because we know who she is. So even if that happened before the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that stuff still would have been out there. And please understand that if Monique was on the dance floor bumping and grinding, drunk at a club, somebody would have had a picture. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I mean, y'all still have y'all opinion about Gigi and act like just because Gigi said it, that makes it gospel. That's the same one that said that baby that may or may not belong to Chris. That's the same one that said Monique may not have actually had a miscarriage, that maybe she actually had an abortion because she didn't know who daddy was. See, y'all can keep believing everything that comes out.
Wait. She said what? She said what now? She said who had an abortion?
That was one of the rumors that she was spreading, was that Monique didn't really have a miscarriage, that she had an abortion because she didn't know who the daddy was.
Okay, so when we whooping this bitch's ass, because you can't be a friend with somebody who wants your life. She trying to single white female.
Now that is the surprise Monique ain't whooped her ass. Now that's the one that I feel like Gigi got the ass whooping coming. Okay, Gigi got the ass whooping coming. Okay, and I'm gonna say this too, Terrence, and I know you be joking when you say this. Y'all need to stop calling Giselle House a barn. That's all. Where Giselle live and how much that house is worth after she get done, even as tacky as it is on the inside. After she get done fixing that house up, baby. That's what Sharice lives now.
I didn't call it a barn.
I call it a horse.
Because guess what it is? It is a horse stable sitting on a bunch of acres that Robin and Juan gonna need. Because if she keep playing about that 90K that she owe the people, she gonna have to have futons and sleeping bags and all kind of shit on the back of her yard.
I'm just saying, but trust me, where she lives, the real estate where she lives, baby. And she has probably tripled the property value of with everything she's done so far. She's probably tripled the value of that property because it was abandoned and run down. And she's upgraded it and added to it and all that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Giselle is Giselle and she still get on my nerves, but that was a really good investment that she made. A good investment. But that's what now. Sharice lives in Bethesda now. She moved that. She had to, in her divorce, they had to sell that house in Potomac. So she lives in Bethesda now.
And that bitch get on my nerves. I don't want to see Sharice and her Dejanay bang ever again in life. I want her gone. Don't bring her back. I don't want to see Sharice Bravo. I don't want to see Sharice.
You don't want to see her. I don't know who that is.
Because Sharice was just so happy to be a part of this fold, and she just sucking in everything that Giselle was telling her down the Robin party, and she making all kind of faces. I'm like, bitch, you're not even on the show.
Terrence, I'm sorry I got silent, but I wasn't going to re-engage the colorism conversation. That's why I got quiet. I said, nope, not going back down the colorism road. Now we really be on this panel. You don't believe that?
No, nope. Why? What you got to say? This is giving you the real tea. Well, we be real up here. Say it. Say what you got to say.
Nope.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What I do, what I say.
Nothing. I'll let you say what you had to say. Go ahead. You got it, girl. You got it. I already spoke my mind, honey. Nope.
Anyway.
But I do feel like there was a little bit of truth in Gigi's story. I do feel like I do feel like Monique and that trainer probably flirted. They probably rubbed each other scent nudes or something. I'm not gonna say they have full-blown sex. I'm not gonna say that. But I think
I don't believe that everything Gigi said is a lie. That's not what I'm saying either. But what I also feel like is that she's telling just enough truth. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she's telling, and just like Monique said, she's telling it to other people that she knows is going to spread it.
Mm-hmm.
Monique's problem, like I said to you earlier, Terrence, seems to be you need to choose better friends. Well, you need to have way better discernment about the company you keep and the people that you have around you, because everybody in your camp seems to be spilling beans.
Girl, people are drilling holes in your boat while you rowing, girl.
Right.
Pay attention. Look around.
And if I'm Chris Samuels, we're having a long conversation like, what is going on? It's time to circle the wagons and keep the camp.
Oh, look who the person want the link.
Send him the link, Scott. El Teddy, please. Thank you. Because you do it better than I do.
That's when I thought I was getting out. You're pulling back in.
Y'all have made me the Monique for Chris Samuels. Y'all have made me Terrence's assistant. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I'm not mad at Chris for like getting Giselle and Robin together. What pissed me off was when Robin yelled, she's so glad Juan ain't here right now. And I'd be like, okay, and if he was, what is Juan gonna do to Chris? Chris gonna football tackle.
First of all, I would just like to say Chris is humongous. So why people are mad that he calling him Big Chris, I don't understand. That nigga's huge. He's ginormous. What are you talking about?
He is Big Chris. That's why I call him Big Chris. And he suffocates that woman every time he lays on top of her.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. I don't.
Because Monique is strong. She's not a big girl.
That's not we like to
and why Robin put Juan out there like that? Talking about some Juan. I'm so glad Juan was here. Juan was at home. Like, what?
I'm like, hey, what is he gonna do if he was?
Juan was I wasn't gonna do shit if I was there because this ain't my fight. I'm not finna jump in this.
Lori, y'all. Lori said that Juan and Michael was in South Carolina together.
Child, listen,
they probably was because they still won't at the reunion. Now Michael been at all the other reunions. Now all of a sudden he don't want to go to this one, and Juan too for that matter.
That's because Juan is trying to make it up to Michael for proposing to Robin.
Okay, period. Period. And while Giselle trying to throw shade at Michael, like, girl, we already know Robin is your carpet munching flunky, so I don't even know why you even bringing that up.
Oh no.
To let me tell it, all of them up there fucking each other. If you let me tell it, that's how I feel. We already know Robin and Giselle got something on. Michael and Juan got something going on. Ashley trying to say her and Katie ain't had nothing going on. Now, I don't know if I too much believe that or not, but you know, I let her have it. Juan and Robin are not still married. I don't know. I know he proposed to her just for the show.
I don't think they got married yet. Because they said they want to do a destination wedding, child.
Where her tax problems, where they going? They ain't gonna travel very far. Where they going? To Vegas?
Charleston. That's hell, that's a beautiful destination. Why you bullshitting? You listen. Better go somewhere economical.
Lord Jesus.
She ain't paid off the $90K yet. She ain't made $90,000 off this show yet to pay it off.
She should have.
We need to sell some more hats.
Child, please. Ain't nobody buying them embezzlement hats.
You call them embezzlement hats?
They may as well be called. She called it embellished. Them shits is embezzlement. Those are embezzlements.
Oh my god.
Spilling on the T said destination wedding meeting a cash trip paid by Bravo. I'm so weak.
Well, hey, you're not wrong. And I would do it too. Hell, listen. Bravo could sponsor my whole damn wedding if they want to, if they feel it's
right. Now, did y'all see Atlanta? Listen, I saw Atlanta, but I didn't see Atlanta. Like it was on.
Wait, what's happening? Wait, what's going on? Hold on. In the chat. Somebody about to get knocked the fuck out in the chat. Wait, hold on. What he said? Somebody named I don't know what the child name is. Something Thomas something. Said something. And somebody said, watch your motherfucking mouth or you get knocked the fuck out. So I'm trying to figure out what they said. What the heck happened?
What happened? Look, y'all better stop that fighting in that comment section.
Miles, you gonna knock somebody out, Miles? Oh my God, what did they say?
Miles.
Miles is mild mannered. Miles don't come out in his pocket like that. So what happened? What did Tomas say? Tomas, what you say?
No. All right, y'all, chill out, y'all. It's not that serious. Y'all chill out, whatever it is.
Replace your clapper.
Y'all really honestly running with the fact of Nene not being on Housewives is why it's tanking and boring as fuck right now. I'm not giving Nene that much credit because they had a season where Nene went up there and it was actually real good. So it's not like they can't make it without Nene.
My thing is that I don't normally. Here's our Scotty Pooh. Hey,
Scotty.
I just got back from having lunch with some of my cousins and my brother. That's what took me so long to get up here.
We thought you were at
I
work.
thought you was at work.
Yeah, I thought you was working.
No,
This done turned to
that's why
Justice League panel.
Okay.
no, that's why I said the panel was gonna be like an hour early because I'm off today. So that's why.
Y'all forgive me.
I was watching it.
You good? I knew you were getting something snacking.
You know my fat ass can't go that long without you. We've been on here 2 hours and I ain't
I'm about to get off of here too because I gotta go eat. But I'm gonna log back in once I get settled in the car and stuff.
All right.
But Scotty, we wasn't doing nothing. But we was recapping last night and arguing. Well, L Teddy was arguing with me. I don't never be trying to argue with him. He always got.
Of course, L Teddy arguing with someone. Of course, it's not nothing.
Hallelujah. I just worked.
You better have that. That's the only response you need to have.
What happened?
Don't do me, Scotty. Do not do me.
What Scotty say?
I
don't know what he said, but he better drink that soda and keep it cute.
I said that finger better be the only response you have. That's what it is.
Don't make me come over there.
Don't threaten him with a good time, he
said.
Please don't get gathered.
Jonathan, pray over the chat. Jonathan, pray over the chat.
Scotty, we had a really good discussion though with El Teddy on the live. We really did. We had a real good time with El Teddy on the live.
See, I missed most of it because when y'all first started going live, I was headed out for lunch at the time. So I was watching just a little bit, and once I got out the car, then I turned it off because I didn't want to be rude.
Wait, what they arguing in the comments about? What I missed?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what they argue.
They talk about dropping locations and talk about people's families. I don't know what is happening in this chat, but Miles and Tomas, y'all can bring it down 1,000. Goddamn, I don't know what. I mean,
open.
Stop that fight, I say.
Even though I did kind of take up for L Teddy in the comments before I did log off because the people act like they ain't want him up here, and I was like, look, man. Every time you come on Terrence's platform, you get disrespected. That's why I don't like to come up here.
Don't they be coming at my throat? They be at my good throat.
Get them together,
girl, they be pushing on my throat like a good big dick, honey. You know how when a good big dick push on the back of your throat and you finally get it down and it goes down the throat? But at first,
my gosh.
Girl, we ain't ask you all that really. You're supposed to be going. Girl, I thought you went to get something to eat.
Oh my.
How nobody's supposed to be here.
I'm just gonna call you and cuss you out. I'm not even gonna do it on his platform. I'm just gonna call you and cuss you out.
And I'm gonna answer.
Oh, I know.
What you going to get to eat, Loretta?
You know what? Here's the problem with being hungry when you because here's the thing. I really want 3 different things. So I got to try to figure out what I want. Because I haven't eaten. All I've had was breakfast. And at this point, it's so late that I don't, if I eat now, then I feel like I'm going to be full. I don't know. Because I feel like I want a sandwich, but I also want some baked chicken. So I don't know. I have to, but I'm about to run out of here. I think I'm going to give me a sandwich, but maybe get a small, and then get the baked chicken for later. Because I haven't eaten anything other than some scrambled eggs this morning. So
that's more than I've eaten. So
yeah, me too. I just grabbed me some.
Listen, why am I on my phone in the Uber Eats talk about?
Right. You know, I don't do the Uber Eats. I gotta go get it. I don't do that. I might, while I'm out, I might stop by. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not doing no shopping today.
Really, I got to do Hawaii tonight, so you know.
You still gotta go to work? Jay y'all love how y'all fuss and then get along like brother and sister. Listen, because El Teddy is the annoying little brother. That is what he does.
Sorry.
No, that's Scotty.
Scotty is my boo. What are you talking about? Scotty is my problem. Scotty is my boo.
I'm the least problematic person up here, okay? Please.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Well, now wait a minute, Scotty. I wouldn't go that far. I just said you my boo now. I said you was my boo and everything, but I don't know about that part.
I'm so weak.
I would think I don't never be in nothing with nobody. So what you mean?
Okay. Let me just rephrase that. I'm less problematic than El Teddy and Terrence.
Well, that is a true statement. That is a
I can give you that. I can give you that. Then I can give you that.
You see how they coming at us, Terrence? You see this foolishness? You see it, right?
Yeah, like first of all, how we get dragged into that?
I'm just telling the truth.
I don't know.
First of all, the chat is committing murder. What is
I don't know.
Where are the mod?
But at least I'm about to start driving. Hold on, let me ask this man.
Terrence.
Hold on.
Terrence, I'm about to jump off. Can I have permission to advertise before I jump off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, y'all. So I'm about to jump off. Thank you, everybody. The conversation was cool. The chat was cool. Make sure y'all come on over to my channel before I go live before Scotty does his panel. And y'all come on through and hang out with me over at Really Be TV. Hang out with a sister. Come check me out. Don't go there.
Somebody said I'm shame eating.
All right.
I eat all the time. Really Be, do I not eat all the time?
I want to.
Baby, do I not eat all the time?
El Teddy, I'm convinced that El Teddy got a tapeworm.
He's got a tapeworm. He's eating
because he eats all day, every day.
Like I weigh 3 times as much as he does, and I don't eat nearly as much food as this man does. El Teddy weighs literally the size of one of my thighs and eats 4 times as much food as I do. I don't understand.
Miles, we love you, boo. We know that's not your normal. We know that's not your normal thing. We love you, boo.
That's because El Teddy is 6 months pregnant with triplets around it.
I feel like he is pregnant with triplets. He is.
That shot, he said he was gonna post his address.
Address?
What?
Y'all, oh dear Jesus. Listen, y'all not about to set it off on my show. I'm lost at everything.
I just came in here. I'm so lost.
Listen, me and El Teddy been here from the beginning and we still lost.
Yeah, I'm about to go. Let me go figure out what I'm gonna eat for my
dinner. I'm about to start begging for donations.
All right, I'm about to end it anyway because it's almost been 3 hours. Y'all, this has been so much fun. This has been great. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this live.
He's been here 35 seconds.
I got to deal with him for a whole hour, maybe 2 hours tonight at 8 o'clock, okay?
You know, Scott's going to have a 3-hour live. Scott's going to have listen, Scotty good for a 3-hour live. You know Scotty. Scotty going to start off saying it's going to be an hour.
No,
you're going to be 2.5 hours in. Scotty and Jamal.
I tried your Potomac panel last week, and I dozed off and fell asleep, and y'all was still live. I said, wait a damn minute.
I'm saying, listen, I be in the bushes all the time. And I'll be like, wait a minute. We've been on here 3 hours. God.
And speaking of the live, The live is gonna be on Scotty's channel tonight at 8 o'clock. Normally it's 9. Tonight it's gonna be at 8 o'clock. So definitely make sure that y'all be up in there. Spread the word, bird. It's gonna be at 8 o'clock, and y'all ain't gonna want to miss it. This was a lot of fun. We had so much fun up here. Thank you so much, El Teddy and Really B and Abby and Scotty for coming up here. There's a lot of fun. I love you guys. I love all you guys. Lord, y'all. My big head niece want to say bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Niecy.
Okay. She was like, let me jump in the frame.
Yeah.
Y'all can do this on YouTube.
Y'all gonna look alike.
Child, don't have her head up.
What you mean?
See what I got to deal with?
Did you go press the damn button? What we doing? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm about to press the button now. Love you guys. Mwah.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Yes.